say that? Of course. Hey, what's up, T-Lee? Oh. It was a currently. Hey, what's up, Venturina? It was a currently. I meant to do currently. Oh, well. Oh, well. How y'all feeling today? Hey, Tracy Trace. Oh, okay. It's morning time for you? I thought you would have been sleeping. Oh, no. When I come at night, you do sleep. Okay, probably don't get started. I'm doing pretty well. I figured I would just do this now because I was also thinking of doing another live later on. Because I was going to go, I did have some personal reasons to do, but we had to reschedule. So I think I'm probably just going to go ahead and maybe do a second live. But it'd probably be more geared towards like romance or sex or something. It's Friday. Something a little freaky. Hey, what's up, Social Beloner? Social Beloner. Hey, baby. All right, so anyway, let's get started. Where did we start at last time? Did we start at Aries? Or did we go backwards? I think we started at Aries. Hey there, Shardeezy. I think we started at Aries last time. Let me look. Make sure. Who was it? Hey, Kiss JG. Was it Aries? I think it started at Aries. Let me look. I responded. Let me see. The ones I responded to, I saved it. It was. Damn. Oh, we started at Aries. Okay, we're starting backwards. Hey there, Katie. Katie. All right, so we're on Pisces. All right, so Pisces, what major theme is currently playing out for you? So it's Cancer, Virgo. All right, so it's taking care of yourself. This could be like regiments, dealing with the unexpected, unexpected health issues, dealing with those. This could be unexpected emotional traumas or unexpected, maybe not traumas, but like emotional shakeups. All right, dealing with uncertainty with feelings when it comes to like getting your needs met. Maybe sometimes like partnerships, because we do got Virgo and Cancer. These are nurturers, so maybe you're learning how to either give love, express love, receive love. Yeah, what's up, C Mac? What's the wrench? What's up, you dog? You at work? All right, well, man, don't you know what I mean? Just tuck it down, tuck it down. Don't get caught up over this. But it's gonna be here. So, anyways, having to do with uncertainty about whether you'll get your needs met or depending on others to maybe like take care of your needs. These could be like maybe cleaning up your house. It might be cooking your meals, paying your bills. This could be like putting people in responsible for like maybe how you eat. Maybe it's like making people be responsible for like just your emotional well-being. You may be placing these burdens on other people, or other people may be placing these burdens on you. So there'll be significant events where you'll have to like place yourself first. That's what you guys may be learning so far, is how to place yourself first. All right, and dealing with the uncertainty of what comes with that. You know what I mean? So this could be like maybe you guys are learning how to be independent, not needing others for emotional reassurance. Maybe you guys are learning how to, or you're learning how to express that to other people. Like, oh, okay, yeah, that is a Sag thing. Y'all do what y'all want when y'all be at work. But man, I'm just gonna do what I want when I feel like it. But this case is about sometimes it could be like just being moody. So like if this period in time, you may experience like moodiness, where some days you may want to be like hugged, nurtured, cared for, or some days you maybe want to do this for others. So this could be like maybe a desire for like closeness in your what you call it. Hold on, man. Sorry, y'all. I'm on live. Yeah, I'll be there. I get him after that. All right. So anyway, so Cancer and this Virgo. So where was I with that? Anyway, just where I was going. Basically, it's about having your needs met, all right, and not making other people be responsible for it. So it's also going to boost your confidence too, because it's maybe like you're learning how to create boundaries. So now what I'm about to give you is circumstances that'll like help you get towards that you're going to probably experience. So you end up having. So this could be also some of y'all have to do with your creativity too. This could be like being gentle with yourself, not being too critical with yourself, like dealing with disturbances towards like things that you work on or things that you tend to or care for. Because Virgo and like I said, Virgo and Cancer are more like nurturers. So the things that you care for, you tend to, you put your time, your energy, your loving, nurturing presence to. If you show up or you do anything, it's about maybe giving your best, but like doing it from a place of like sincere care and affection. Because some experiences you're going to be having are maybe not feeling like you're being valued, maybe not feeling like what you're offering is being accepted. Like it's not really being, it doesn't feel like it's being returned in the same fashion that you're giving it. You know what I mean? Sometimes Virgo could be a very critical. So this may be a period of time where you may be needing to express these things or find a different approach. You're going to have to find a more pleasant approach to get your desires met. When it comes to maybe you need people to like maybe be more nurturing, maybe more understanding, maybe more helpful. You're going to have to communicate more in a way that's more, I want to say like it's not convincing. It's more like I need to be like a child in a way, like kind of like bring it down. Hey, happy birthday, priceless. It's kind of like being more like a child and not being so like either standoffish or dismissive to people's feelings and emotions when they express themselves. We haven't gotten there yet. So it's about yeah, justice. So it's about asking for fair, equal give and take though, but also recognizing what other people can and can't do. You know what I mean? Not giving them more responsibility than they're ready to handle. So it's like trying to put people into a position of power that they're not able to do. You know what I mean? Like I give you a case example. It'd be like asking my 12-year-old daughter who doesn't know how to drive to go to the grocery store for me. She can't do that. You know what I mean? She's not able to do that. That's more, or maybe asking her to take care of a whole household on her own. That's maybe more responsibility than she's ready for. You know what I mean? Some people had to do that growing up, but like that may be more than what she's ready for at the stage in life that she's at. Or you guys are placing too high expectations on people in the very beginning of connections, friendships. This could be like putting too much trust in them, putting too much obligation on them. Maybe like you need them to always reach out. Maybe you need them always to show up. Maybe you need them always to be like entertaining or, you know what I mean? Like this could be where it's like a phase where you're learning to have like a sense of like independence and like self, like not needing other people to like reassure you or make you feel comfortable or make you feel cozy. You know what I mean? I get some opportunities where you're going to be invited to maybe like express how you really feel about situations, like situations that you've been like pushing down. This could be like, I'm gonna say with like people who are like friends or associates or people who you've done like maybe business endeavors with, or these could be like customers, clients. This could be like, you know, what I mean, just kind of like asserting maybe a boundary in a way, or just becoming a lot more firm about what you expect from people, but like not in a way where it seems like you're being overpowering or over assertive. You know what I mean? Like you're not really doing the most to make people feel like unwanted. That's what it may be. Like some of y'all may have an issue during this time of making people feel unwanted or uncared for. You know what I mean? Like what they're giving you just doesn't like isn't enough or just doesn't fulfill you or just isn't. I don't know. It's like they can only do but so much. That's like they've only experienced so much, the people around you, or like yes, they've only experienced but so much. So that's what it is. Like maybe you guys have these obligations or like expectation on how people need to show up all the time, like how they need to be like on a regular basis. You know what I mean? Like it can sometimes feel like a job or burdening at times where they have to. I'm gonna say play a part because it's almost like you expect them to play a part when it comes to maybe tending to your needs, maybe being more like a motherly, fatherly, some type of thing where they're always like catering to you. You know what I mean? So there's maybe a period where it seems like people are always needing to cater to you. So you may be growing out of this phase and becoming more self-sustainable where you don't really need people to do that. That might be the next stage that's coming for y'all where, because we got the justice here with the Four of Pentacles, and that would be the balance. The balance was where you'd be more self-sustainable. I could do this for myself. I don't need, and even if you are already doing it for yourself, then it's going to go in the opposite direction. Just work with me. Don't be difficult, because I'll get confused and start trying to go over the other story. All right. But anyway, yeah, the balance would be here is just basically being able to be self-sustainable. So you're going through a period now where you're learning how to do that for yourself. You know what I mean? Where people don't have to tell you that you're doing things right. You don't have to be overly critical of yourself. You're not judging yourself as much. You're being gentler with yourself. These things, all these things. So I could go on a little bit more about that, but we ain't gonna do that. So some people may interact with during this time, maybe Cancer, Virgo, Aries, Leo, Sag, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Capricorn, Libra, Sag. I said that. All right. Damn. All right. So Pisces, Aries, Aquarius. All right. He's here. All right. So what major theme is playing out in your life right now? The major theme playing out. Square. All right. So it's a period of growth, tension. All right. We got North Node. All right. So this could be tension with like your life goals. This could be a need to like. Some of these could be like power struggles in like the directions where you're supposed to go. And I say power struggles in like, let's say career. Maybe you're not being acknowledged in the way that you would like to be. Maybe you're not seeing the growth you would like to see. Sometimes it could also be in like relationships where maybe like the relationships you're meeting, or relationships that are intended to get you out of a comfort zone. You've always been doing things a certain way. There's always like a certain expectation you may have had. These are like taking you to another level, one that's meant for a larger level of growth. It's almost like it's kind of hard to say, because a lot of it's like kind of hard to deal with. You know what I mean? So this may be like coming to terms with a lot of different things around you. So this may be a time where like you may be having power struggles, but it may be because of like you not seeing where you don't have either leverage or you don't have control in situations. So that might be something that's hard for y'all dealing with. Like maybe you're used to like always having your environment, people, family, friends. Like most relationships, you're used to maybe being the more assertive, more aggressive, or more dominant. Or it could be in the reverse. You could be usually used to being in the relationship where your partner is either more assertive, more aggressive, more dominant. You know what I mean? They know how to get their needs met, or they know how to impose themselves, take up space. This is what you guys are learning, how to take up space. All right. Basically, it's like asserting yourself in a way. You know what I mean? So this is where your calling is, which just means like you're meant to be going in this direction. So a lot of this is like opportunities to grow by experiencing tension, experiencing situations where you have to compromise, or where you have to like look at maybe where you were wrong, or look at why things aren't working. So it's like a moment where you're going to be doing a lot of problem solving, a lot of internal problem solving. You know what I mean? Like past patterns that I've been doing, stuff that was like once, it was once a structure for me. It once worked. It worked like effortlessly, priceless. This was my move. Now it has to change. You know what I mean? But this is good, because the North Node means that there's a learning curve to it. So it means the more mistakes you make, the better it's going to get. All right. The more mistakes you make, the better it's going to get. So you got to make the mistakes. You don't want to make the mistakes, it's not going to get better. All right. Because the square means that the only thing that could go wrong in that situation is you not doing anything different. So during the time of square, the best thing you can do is make mistakes. Make as many of them as possible. As many of them, frivolous ones if you have to, because those mistakes are going to boost your confidence to be able to do something different. Because then you're going to feel comfortable. That's not it. But then after a while, it's like pinching yourself. After a while, it's like you don't feel it anymore. It's the same thing. So it's an opportunity for growth, and you're going to be able to look at yourself through these situations. So Four Swords is learning from mistakes. It's in reverse, learning from past mistakes. So it's also learning from, because we got family here, learning from family patterns. All right, learning from like the stuff before us, our ancestors, what they've done, how it hasn't worked for them. You know what I mean? Some of the stuff that they've done no longer works for them, and we still are living it. You know what I mean? Or like portraying it. All right, King of Swords here could be maybe being too demanding of people, being too condescending, or speaking in a way where we're not really fond of people. Some of y'all, they really want relationships or really want connections, but come off very cold, very distant, very detached, unbothered, nonchalant. You know what I mean? Not really telling people your true intentions. You come off as maybe a know-it-all or too smart. See how I just started talking in that way where it's like, Why are you saying it in that way? Because that's how it comes off. It comes off in that way as if you're a teacher or you're, what you call it? It's, what do you call it? Authoritarian to people, even if you don't intend to. You know what I mean? So we got six of swords, we got six of pentacles in this deck. It's having to do with money. So you're gonna have some situations where it's gonna have to do with exchanging. Again, equal give and take. I lie. I know. Hey man, I'm just telling you. Equal give and take could be dealing with Capricorn, Aquarius, Virgo, Libra. Forgot Leo. So you could also be having either a father figure, ex-boyfriend, ex-husband, ex-girlfriend, somebody who you took seriously, trying to take advantage of your feelings, your emotions. This could also be in your career too. So this could be an authoritarian, all right? Because we got the chariot. Chariot in verse are usually people who are public servants or people who work for the public or people who we've given power to, almost like the emperor, but we're not really trying to impress them too much. We just know that they have authority. So these may be people who you've like created emotional connections with, emotional bonds with. You know what I mean? These may be even unspoken bonds because the Four of Swords is here. So they may not really be quite like communicated just yet. King of Swords in reverse could have a issue with speaking boundaries, being clear. You know what I mean? Like not really being clear with people about your intentions, not really being clear about the direction of things, where you want things to go. You know, sometimes it can be shying away from conflict or shying away from telling people exactly what it is, being straightforward with people. So that may be a challenge, because that's what this is all about for y'all. These are challenges that you're meant to experience, because that's what a square is, and that's what a north node is. They're challenge. Like everybody dreams of going on a north node or getting on their north node path and all that shit. But that shit is really difficult because it's challenging. It's meant to be outside your comfort zone. And I'm sure if you've never, ran a $1 billion company, you don't know what the inner workings are of building a billionaire company. You know what I mean? A $1 billion company. If you've never, worked on an oil rig, I'm sure you don't know the first thing about being a professional oil driller. You know what I mean? You've never done it. So it's one of those situations where it's like you may be taking on other people's perceptions of, hey, Bria, or taking on other people's not their beliefs, but you're taking on, like, you're allowing them to take authority in your life. All right. Or you're doing this and you're learning how to get out of that. You're learning how to compromise. So like you could be overly aggressive, strong principles, strong values, not allowing people to change, not allowing people to have their own perception of things, not allowing other people to go their own way or have their own little like situation in life, how they want to experience it. Maybe you could be more of like a don't do that, always critical, criticizing, or always pointing out other people's flaws. So this is something that you're going to become aware of. Like this is what keeps you from having relationships. These are the constant conflicts that you have that keep you from having partnerships, even if they're just friends, even if, or like are having the connections in your workspace because of how you come off, how you present yourself. You know what I mean? It's not really in a way where it's like wanting to be the most like greeting. People may feel like you have more of a family life, a family aspect to you. They do feel like you do care about people, but it comes off in a way where it also is questionable. Like, do you really fool with us? You know what I mean? So this may be family that you're having these issues with. This could be it's really just people who you're in a close network with. So it could be, like I said, work, like people you see on a regular, because the Ten of Pentacles are people who you see on a regular. You built some type of stability or some type of like connection, something that has some type of like foundation to it. All right, you guys exchange values, beliefs, ideas, resources, you know what I mean, little tidbits of information that are helpful for our everyday life. So you've interacted with these type of people on a regular, and these are the people you're having conflict with. So this is about either allowing them to emotionally manipulate, take advantage of like maybe a status or position you gave, which can make you doubt yourself and doubt your moves or your motivations for doing things, or because now I'm about to get confused because I just gave you that. That was kind of profound there too. So now I'm about to get confused. So I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna stop right there because we do got Seven of Pentacles here. So there could be also a little disputes about money. You know what I mean, or about status. There may be more disputes about status. Maybe people or about your potential. Like maybe people are always like perceiving or watching your potential or watching your growth, or you're always watching other people's growth. This could be also what hinders relationships. Like maybe like being too critical about the potential of people, like not really seeing their potential in the beginning stages, maybe guilt and shaming them, making them feel embarrassed for maybe not being where you expect them to be. You know what I mean? This could be like that in with your partnerships. Like maybe you expect your partner to be maybe more masculine, maybe more financially fit, or I mean more for us fit, maybe physically fit, but financially ready, or whatever the case may be. Or this could be your partners being this way with you, And this could be also like what you're getting over, learning how to compromise with what they need and with what you need. You know what I mean? But the Four of Swords, it's starting off, and the King of Swords in reverse just implies that you guys aren't really talking. And the Nine of Swords is here in reverse, so it means that you aren't really seeing where you're wrong at in these situations. It just means that there could be issues with coming to terms of the reality of a situation. Like, oh, there's some real shit going on here, but I don't really care because I'm perfect. And I can feel you because I'm like that. I'm perfect. It can't be me. Gotta be you. But then again, it could be me. Anyway, let me give you signs that you could be encountering. It could be a Libra, Virgo, Aquarius, Capricorn, Cancer, Taurus, and Gemini. For a little razzle dazzle, could be a Leo. All right. It is important to take accountability, but it sounds good, and you know it sounds good. It's really easy. They say you just do it. I say, oh, okay, cool. You know, I do the butterfly. Yeah, that was the whole intention behind doing this, sweet lady, was to make it like a personal. That was the goal. All right, so Capricorn, what major theme is currently playing out in your life? Ooh, we got square again. So there's an opportunity for change, opportunity for growth. What we got? Okay. Getting along with things. We're like, oh, okay. All right, I can see it. So square and then trine. Trine is actually one of the best aspects, or the best. It's one of the four major aspects, but trine having to do with acceleration and growth. So some of y'all could be hindering your growth. This may be a period where you guys are like struggling doing things differently, doing things new, or trusting in your good luck. Sometimes square can also be like a new opportunity, a new chance to like do stuff differently. And the square, I mean, the trine is like things are going well, but it's like the only thing that stops you is from trying to do different shit. Like you guys aren't trusting in your good luck. So this could be like optimism. This could be a growth of optimism. Like you guys may be waning back and forth, where some days you guys kind of like want to go back to what you're comfortable with, do what you've always done. You know what I mean? And then other days you guys are optimistic, wanting to grow, wanting to expand, wanting to try different stuff. Like maybe this is also where you're going to learn a new talent or a natural ability that you have. And it's not even one that it may be one you have to work on because we got square here. So it may be one that you guys are polishing. So these may be periods in time where you're gonna be like polishing different things. But synchronicities show up when trines happen. So like good vibes, beneficial opportunities, beneficial rewards, but it has to do with you working hard, or it has to do with you guys changing your perspective, changing how you do stuff. You know what I mean? Going with the flow, which is not really a Capricorn type of trait, but being able to go with the flow. That might be something, oh, it's letting go of control. So some of y'all can be like letting go of control. All right. Then yeah, it could always be in reverse too, sweet lady. Like I may be talking about you, but this could be the interactions that you have with the people, and you still would kind of see the pattern. It just may not be you exercising the pattern, but once you could recognize it, then it gets easier to deal with. All right, so also you guys to be dealing with power struggles. So I'm going to tell you, because square also represents power struggles and forms of internal conflict where maybe you feel like you're right or you're wrong. Or like you're not quite sure if you're right or you're wrong. You can sometimes feel gaslit, or you can feel like you're doing things that are against your values. So that might be also like kind of stuff that's like maybe messing with y'all. Like this isn't like how I normally do stuff. That's what a square is. There's expansion from there. Once you get outside of that, once you start to do some self-reflection and change certain patterns, things that haven't, that's what it is. I meant to say that. I got to tell Aquarius this next time. Square is always about, if it's not working for you, stop fucking doing it. That's what it's about. So, because once you stop doing it, everything just starts flowing. So let's say that I always relate to like health. Let's say that like you were not able to stop eating. You know what I mean? Then stop eating, literally stop eating. And that would change the thing. Like everything starts flowing after that. Let's say that you were having issues, maybe like working with people or talking to people. Talk. Maybe you don't talk to people, or maybe don't talk so harshly. Don't create conflict. These are things that are like controllable, but they come from you reflecting and recognizing like, oh, you're doing that. You're the cause of this suffering. That's what a square is. It becomes you recognizing I'm the cause of the suffering that's been happening. As soon as you start recognizing this shit, that's when everything starts going well for y'all. So this is going to be a lucky opportunity for y'all. Because that's what the trine is. It's like, oh, things that were hang-ups before, well, not trine doesn't mean that, but the square is like a hang-up. And then the trine is like, oh, it was a hang-up before, but now, once you recognize the hang-up, now everything that you always wanted was just on the other side of you doing that dumb shit you've been doing. So anyway, we got Six of Cups. This is about growing up. It's in reverse too, growing up. Some of y'all letting go of like your more playful, outgoing, not outgoing, but like some of your like childish ways of like expressing yourself, of maybe needing too much attention, maybe needing, I would say the validation or excitement, maybe needing too much variety in some way for some of y'all, which could just be like stimulation, like feeling like you didn't have a life. They were like a part. So Six of Cups is the growing phase when it comes to like, so in a more spiritual aspect, when it comes to tarot, the Six of Cups is more about outgrowing childhood patterns, stuff that you've done from your childhood, or like situations that you romanticize. Maybe you guys wanted to be very popular. Maybe you guys wanted to be very outgoing. Maybe you guys wanted to be more charming, flirty. Maybe you guys wanted to be famous, entertainers. Maybe you guys wanted to have, because the Six of Cups with this Page of Wands is more so about attention. All right, so this is what you're going to be getting is like experiences like this. So it's about more people coming around, either wanting your attention or requiring that you like express yourself more in a way that's more passionate, more like excited to be around. It's one that's like imaginative. We're playing. They always have something like interesting to say. You know what I mean? They're never really like grounded in like reality, or like they kind of see themselves in a more, I'm gonna say big deal in a way. So you may like, this may be what you guys are like learning how to do. Like some of y'all may have shied away from maybe the attention. It's like, so it's like you wanted it. Maybe you guys wanted it as a child because the Six Cups is here, or you guys wanted like more like adventure, more excitement. This is like wanting that in life now. So some of y'all are like holding yourselves back from it, maybe from being more playful, maybe from being more charming, maybe from being like more inviting, because the Page of Wands is somebody who's inviting. So this may be something that you guys struggle with at childhood, like not being able to like invite people or play with people, maybe not feeling included with peers, or maybe like romanticizing a certain friend group or a certain like, I don't know, someone's like wanting to be accepted at a young age. All right, so that's what you guys are dealing with. This is a pattern that you guys are experiencing. You're going to experience this from other people, either wanting to be accepted by you or like making you feel this way, feeling like you're not included. Five of Wands. Five of Wands is competitive friends in this deck, and it's silent enemies. So you may always have competitive friends. This could be at work too. This may be in career. This may be in, it's like your environment. This is something that you guys are growing out of, because it may not really be true. This really may not be true. Sometimes this could be like a jealousy or like a insecurity of feeling like you're not as cool, or you're not included, or you're not part of, maybe accepted, because that's what the Six of Cups has to do with past that Five of Cups. Because I was thinking like, all right, so this is something I'm about to show y'all or teach y'all. So Six of Cups, any card before it, I always look at the card behind it. I mean, before it. So let's say we're at the Six of Cups, the Five of Cups. Five of Cups before it would have been a Five of Cups in reverse, which has to, or a Five of Cups upright. Either which way, it still has to do with acceptance. Six of Cups in reverse means that you guys still struggle with accepting periods in your life where maybe you were having friends who weren't really friends, where you were having competitive relationships, where you always had to fight or had to prove yourself to get your needs met or to get the attention that you want. Maybe you guys had to act out. Maybe you guys had to maybe be a little bit more risky, or be a little bit more, sometimes it can be promiscuous, but this isn't always like the case, but it could be more like adventure, party girl, party guy, having to act out, or this is a period in time where you're acting this out right now, where you guys are learning how to get over that, maybe like needing that from a childhood, because like it's a growth period that's happening, and some of y'all are going to be doing a lot of deep reflection because of the square, but it's a moment where you're also getting a chance to overindulge so that you can learn. So it's like you're getting to experience your childhood in a way. So some type of childhood, some type of childhood dream for some of y'all that you guys want to experience. But it's like you guys have a fear around like people betraying you, like like secret competition with friends, or secret competition, secret competition with lovers, because it could be also love interest. So you're gonna have a lot of like silent battles that are going on around you guys. You know what I'm saying? A lot of different silent battles that are going around you guys. And this could be, like I said, friends. You get jealousy. So this could be jealousy around like the attention you got, the admiration you get, the validation you get, the rewards, the achievements that you make. This could be like jealousy around these things. Your stability, you getting out of a fear-based mindset. You no longer feeling isolated. You no longer feeling left behind by your peers. You guys are learning how to like get over that, not feel that way, not feeling left out or feeling ostracized by your peers. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, you guys about to have a new passion for life, but it's going to be, like I said, what happens is you guys stop having a fear-based mindset of allowing new people in, or allowing people to come in to show you that they value you. A lot of y'all are fear, or either some of y'all could be just like struggling sometimes with like resources, because we do got the Five of Pentacles. So this could be also having more of like a poverty mindset. This could be like hoarding, holding on to old shit. This could be like being selfish. This could be like what else could it be like? Using other people for resources, because it's a Five of Pentacles in reverse. It's usually getting out of that, but that's what you're learning. This what, because Six of Cups show, which means that you guys are learning. So a lot of this stuff comes from your childhood. So like the Five of Cups, I mean Six of Cups will represent like childhood woundings, childhood experiences. Maybe you guys grew up without a lot of resources. Maybe you guys grew up without a lot of friends. Maybe you were always on the go. Because the Page of Wands is somebody who needs to constantly be going. So this maybe it's like some of your internal battles that you guys are working on. Like, you know what I mean? Being a lot more like flamboyant. You know what I mean? Like excited about like what life holds. Some of y'all are more doom and gloom. You know what I mean? Feeling like you need to like hold on to everything. Anything that you encounter, every good opportunity that you get, you need to hold it, because you never know when you'll get another one, or you'll never know when you'll have another one, or you're going to experience people who are like that. And that is going to be the tension. All right. Because you may be like, this may call attention to where you're doing it. You know what I mean? Like these people may act that way where they're like always looking for money, always feeling scarcity mindset, and they're going to call attention to that. Because Six of Cups is a soulmate energy. So you're going to be encountering a lot of soulmate energy, a lot of people who are helping you grow. You know what I mean? And you may incur a lot of power struggles too. So these be friends who may betray you. These may be friends who, gossip, talk behind your back, or these may be like situations that you yourself just kind of like maybe like imagined happen because of previous situations. So it could be a whole lot, but I'm not going to go over that again. Anyway, we got Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sag, Leo, Sag, Aries, Taurus, Aries, Leo, Sag. We got a lot of that, a lot of fire. So, of course, when you got a lot of fire energy, there's always jealousy, because it's a competitive energy. You know what I mean? So that's like being competitive over like partners, jealous over partners, career aspects, attention that you get, popularity. These could be like all those things that you're encountering. All right, like you may have the struggles with that, because some of y'all may be growing up and now having popularity. That could be what's new for y'all. All right, so Sagittarius. Dang, that was a mouse spill. Okay, so yeah, it is always everybody has competitors. That's just life. That's a human thing. All right, so Sagittarius, what major theme is playing out in your life currently? This could just be phases. You don't like, they're like phases. Whenever I see the minor arcana show up first, I know it's just phases, not like a period in time. So these could just like be moments in time that are happening. Depends. If it's a major arcana, then it's like a major moment. But for the most part, I've been seeing like the minor arcana showing up first. All right. So anyway, Sagittarius, you guys are learning how to trust your gifts. All right. You guys are learning how to trust your natural ability. So a lot of y'all are learning you guys are relationship worthy. Right, or ready for relationships. That's what you guys are learning how to do. Get ready for relationships. You guys are getting ready for like closer partnerships at the very least, which means that you guys are able to trust people. You guys are able to communicate. You guys are able to inspire people. You guys are going to be able, or you're going to be around people who are doing that. So even if you're not like able to do that just yet, you're going to be running into situations that are going to allow you to do that, because that's what sextile represents. Opportunities where you're going to be feeling a lot more comfortable expressing yourself. If you have like intuitive gifts, you're going to feel comfortable expressing those. You may even learn you have a natural ability for being intuitive. You may also learn that you have a natural ability for being very nurturing, caring, and understanding what people need, or people around you are just going to be doing that. But usually when sextile shows up, it represents circumstances where you're able to recognize that you have this skill and ability. All right, so something like that is happening for here. This could also help you guys maybe get your emotional needs met. All right, this can maybe find relationships that are more compatible. So this may be a phase for y'all where you guys are like running into relationships that are actually very compatible for you, for your emotional well-being, or at least for a deeper connection of intimacy. All right. So what's the situations we got happening? So maybe somebody's coming back to make amends with you guys. This could be somebody looking for forgiveness. Yep, we got the moon, and this is, I seen them from the beginning when I was flipping them around, but they came out anyway. So we got the moon. This is about being vulnerable. You got a situation where somebody probably wanted to be vulnerable with you. Maybe there could also be like secrets being revealed too. Like this is like deeper secrets being revealed, but things working themselves out. So you just have to put some energy into it. I got helpful people wanting to come around during this time for y'all. Yeah, you got Six of Cups. So some of y'all are outgrowing maybe an old image or old like I'm gonna say it's an old image, like a public image, a version of yourself that you once seen yourself as, or how you felt you needed to portray yourself. That's where the vulnerability is coming from. So this may be an opportunity where now you're starting to feel closer to connections. You're starting to feel a lot more free to do as you please. Because we got the Fool here in reverse, and that's the sense of it. It's like where you no longer base your value on the judgment or opinion of others. You know what I mean? So some of y'all are now starting to question those things, starting to question maybe why you were doing things a certain way. You know what I mean? This could be like maybe even family, because we got Six of Cups here. So this can be about like childhood stuff, a way that you once seen yourself. This is a phase of growing up. This is a good thing though, because Six of Cups is like an old way of doing stuff. It's an old way of how I once felt about myself. It's an old way of how I once seen myself too. Like, there was this one story I once told, like I had a talk with my daughter's mom like maybe like 2 years ago. And she was talking about how at that time, even though she was in her 30s, she didn't feel like an adult. She was paying bills. She had her own house, has multiple cars, had a business on the side and all that. As a parent, and still in her mind didn't feel like a child, because parents, her parents would come to her rescue, and they were like adults or authority figures that in her mind she viewed as maybe more mature than her, maybe older than her, maybe having more authority. So this could be that, where you guys may envision other people who have, let's say, status, who have authority, who have position, who have a reputation, as maybe have been a higher sense of like recognition, or deserving of a higher sense of like yes or no, or say so in your life. You get what I'm saying? So you're growing out of that phase of feeling like other people have some type of say so in your life about what's right, what's wrong. You guys will be able to be a lot more adventurous, a lot more risky. You know what I mean? Doing as you please is going to be a big thing for y'all. So getting your needs met is going to be very easy. It's going, it's going to be very easy. All right. So this would be situations where you have to take a risk. All right. Because that's what a sextile is. Sextile has to do with like I didn't know how to do this at one time. I'm learning how to do this as I go. You're learning how to do it. You know what I mean? And you're growing out of a phase of like holding yourself and maybe like, I don't know, it's like holding yourself in maybe like guilt, shame, fear, embarrassment, you know what I mean? Of maybe disappointing others. You're getting out of that. You guys are growing past that. So this could be like saying what you want. This could be like feeling how you want, experiencing the shit you want. Because we got the Fool and the Moon. You guys are experiencing whatever you want. You know what I mean? But this is going to allow you to get what you really want. Allow you to feel a lot more comfortable trusting yourself to make decisions, to take actions. Because it's going to provide you the life that you really want. You know what I mean? Like you can feel risky, or you could feel a lot more passionate about the direction in life that you're going, even if you feel like it wasn't even well thought out. Because a lot of times people can make you feel bad for going after a dream, going after a business venture, going after whatever it is that you desire, because they don't feel that it's the right way for you to do it. You guys are getting over that. All right. So this could be people who are around you who are doing this towards you. Because I do get somebody wanting to, like, I'm going to say, build a relationship with you. Like this could be like a reconciliation with somebody, but it may be also because we got the Moon here and the Judgment here. This may be like where it blurs the line of being correct or morally right, or sometimes it could be like they're younger. This could be like they're maybe black or white. Maybe it could be like ethnic. It could also be like ex-friends. It could be like a wife, a husband. I know these are things that we consider right or wrong. So I'm not telling you to do any of this shit. I'm just telling you they can teeter along the lines of shit like that, where maybe it's taboo. You know what I mean? Because the Moon is here. These may be situations that are like, on the line of being, like I said, right or wrong, but it's really about how you perceive it, how you feel about it. You're being able to trust yourself in these situations. So this is a talent or a new skill and ability that you guys are learning, how to trust how you feel in situations, and just go for it. Just do it. See what happens. You know what I mean? Forget the naysayers. Forget the jealous stares, and forget the people who would try to maybe convince you that you're doing something wrong, or that you're not like in the right, or you're not making it like the way that you should make it, that you're not living up to their expectations. Fuck all that shit. You guys are getting over that. And because we got the King of Pentacles in reverse, what you guys are also experiencing is people placing material wealth, status, success, public image above family or people. So you guys are releasing that pattern of feeling that way. Like just because I have money, or because I have status, or because I have wealth, that this makes them better than me or me better than them. You guys are getting out of that pattern. So this is allowing you guys to have a lot more comfortable or a lot closer relationships. This is a subconscious thing, though. It's something that you guys weren't aware because of the Six of Cups and because of the Moon. This is an unconscious pattern that you guys aren't aware of. This is something that we probably share from familiar patterns. You know what I mean? Maybe my family showed me to treat people this way. Maybe my family showed me to allow people to treat me this way. Any of that. You know what I mean? Like if you had a family that was afraid of maybe police or afraid of like senators, you know, maybe people who had badges or people who wore like uniforms or treated those people with a higher regard, then you would have like a subconscious fear of asserting yourself in situations where you view somebody as having status and authority or maybe more integrity or more say so than you. You know what I mean? You take their word for it. Now you guys are like starting to trust your own feeling, trust your own impulses. You know what I mean? Trust what I want to do in situations, right or wrong. Can't convince me any other way. All right, so this also giving you guys another competitive edge too. So I don't know if it's like in your career or whatnot, but like this is going to give you guys a competitive edge in a way where like other people can't compete. that's that's really it, because it's like everybody else is going to watch you do what you want to do, and they're like, damn, I can't do that. Yeah, I know, because the fool is somebody who's innovative. They're also individual. You know what I mean? And from the outside looking in, you're like, why are they doing that? That's going to fail. There's no way that's going to work. And it do be working. You're like, God damn, how do they pull that shit off? So that's what's going to be happening for y'all. There's going to be a lot of situations that like occur for you to be able to do that, because that's what a sextile represents. All right, so let me give you signs. Could be a Cancer, a Leo, Aquarius, Aries, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer, Libra, Pisces. Oh, I like this. That was a good idea. This was a great idea. It was a great idea. I love it. All right. So, Scorpio. All right. So, Scorpio, what major theme is playing out in your life? All right. We got Taurus, 9th house. So, it has to do with luxuries, learning. Okay. So, you guys could be learning a new philosophy around what luxury or comfortable living is. This could also be like maybe traveling. Maybe you guys are like taking on a new foreign, like a foreign belief or a foreign way of living. It's like even wanting to change locations. So you may be in a phase of like changing locations. Also, 9th house is about like higher information, like learning higher subjects, higher knowledge. But I kind of feel like it's a new philosophy around like a comfortable way of living or a certain style of living. Like you guys are experiencing that. This could be growth in like money, growth in like material success. This could be a growth in your values, your self-worth. You know what I mean? Like the 9th house is another version of like being able to see yourself. This is what you give to the world. So you guys are learning like maybe to share your values, your beliefs with the world. This is something that you're sharing with people. So you're in a period maybe where you guys are sharing like religious beliefs, spiritual beliefs. Just it could be like law, ethics, maybe books, your philosophies. So this is a period in time where you're going to be getting comfortable doing that. So it's not even going to be like an issue. You're not going to like struggle standing your ground or like being not. It's not standoffish though. It's not. I don't want to say standoffish. It's just like you can have your values and your beliefs, and you can be who you be, and I'm going to be who I be. Because Sagittarius is open-minded. So you're going from a Taurus, which is a more stubborn, fixed, this right is right, or like traditional or like regimented, to going into one that's more Sagittarian, where it's like I'm open to new experiences, but it's a new way of living for me. So like I can take some of those previous patterns of behaviors with me, or some of those old like traditional values, and I'm gonna revamp them. I'm gonna make them new age to me, where now I can use them in a way where it's a bigger picture. It's more geared toward what I want to use it for, as opposed to like maybe how your family once told you. Because Taurus gives me that second house energy, even though it's not second house, it just gives me that second house energy of traditional values, what my family believes. You know what I mean? So it's more about like how we were taught to how to place value on ourselves, what things are valuable for us, what things hold weight in our life. These are changing for you. So this could be because of spiritual principles. Some of y'all are having like more spiritual principles where value may not really be as much to you, like money, monetary gain. You know what I mean? It may not mean as much to you, because sometimes Sagittarius does give things a spiritual aspect to them. You know what I mean? It just takes them a little while to get there. You know what I mean? So it's like the 9th house. It takes a certain level. Sometimes after a relationship, sometimes it's after like a certain ending or a heartbreak or a traumatic situation. Then we usually turn to God. We call it turn to Jesus moment, or a turn to Allah moment, or a turn to whoever moment after like a traumatic situation. So some of y'all, this could have been like what came about, brought a new philosophy for you. Or this could be a long period for y'all then, because Taurus does sometimes take a little while. So this may be like, maybe remember we had that Uranus thing. I think it's still going on right now. It is. Taurus is in Uranus still. It's 10 years. So yeah, this could be like, because of this may be like a 10-year thing. So maybe within the past 5 years, this may be like part of the experience that you guys are like starting to become like, I'm gonna say shaking it loose, because it's almost like shaking the fruit off a branch. Like now stuff is starting to shape up for y'all. You know what I mean? So it's like seeing a new world or feeling new in the world. So experiences that you're gonna have through this time. Five of Coins. This is a lack of resources, but Five of Coins, though, Five of Pentacles can also be like meeting a new resource or finding that help has always been around you this whole time. So this could be also like just dealing with a poverty mindset during this time, which could be like needing to hoard money, needing to clean out your space. Maybe also like feeling left behind by your peers. Maybe not feeling like you have enough status, enough material. So it could be a fear-based mindset that you guys are having. And then we got a Page of Cups. So this also like, so the way that you would know that what was going on for you was that you were struggling with either your creativity, you were struggling expressing yourself. This could be like people coming around to be friends, wanting to be friends with you, wanting to be cordial with you. Maybe not always having the most sincere reasons for coming around, because maybe these are people who are needers. Maybe these are people who are beggars, or people who are not doing as well themselves. You know what I mean? Some of y'all could have grew up in a more poverty mindset, a poverty like landscape, or a landscape where maybe all your needs weren't always met, because that's what the Five of Pentacles has to do with. Your physical needs, your material needs weren't always met. You know what I mean? Maybe you had food, but maybe you didn't always have the clothes that you needed. Maybe you outgrew your shoes very quickly. Maybe there was like, you couldn't always, let's say, go to events you wanted to do because they didn't some of that. So it's like experiences like that are you either remembering these, because we got a Page of Cups, which could sometimes be people who get stuck in their imagination, get stuck in their memories, get stuck in the past. So these experiences. So you may be dealing with friends who are like that, who remembered you guys as being like broke, poor, because maybe some of y'all aren't broke or poor. You know what I mean? But they remembered you when you were broke, poor, and they play on your feelings, or they play on your emotions, or they pretend to be more friends than they are. Like they pretend to be sincere because they're not doing so well. So you may be having people around you. This is an experience that you're going to know. This is how you're going to know. Oh my gosh, this is what it is. This is how you guys are going to know that you guys made it. That's what's going on. You guys have made it to a certain level of like success, or at least a certain level of success, of comfortability. You may not have noticed it. You may not have recognized that it's a level of like luxury. That might be what's going on here, because like the friends from your past, or the people who are around you, are looking at you as having more success or more stability or more resources than them. All right. So it could be a Taurus, could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, could be a Sag. All right. So you guys are looking at luxury or looking at your lifestyle in a new way. However you live it, even if you're not necessarily living it, you know what I mean, rich. You know what I mean? Like, I'll give you an example. I'll be buying these Cokes, right? There's these Cokes. I get the Mexican Cokes because they only got 4 ingredients. So I'll be getting them. I buy them maybe like two a month. That's a lot of Coke. That's a lot of Coke. All right? I like Coke. All right. But anyway, people will see them and they'll be like, oh, where do you get them at? And then they'll try to buy them at the store. And those things cost you $3 a whop at the store. So in everybody else's mind, they start counting my money, because how are you able to get these Cokes? It's only $34 fucking dollars. It's not that much. But what I'm giving you is an example of a luxury that you yourself may not be aware of, and other people are keeping tabs on. You know what I mean? These may be minor luxuries for you, but for them, they mean everything. So this is an experience where you're going through with friends who are maybe fake friends, people who are trying to be around you, maybe for resources. 3 of Cups. Yeah, you're getting people who want to be friends with you for resources, or to get closer to you, because they're not doing so well financially. And they imagine that you guys are doing well off or doing better in life. Could be a Cancer. I got a lot of Cancer energy. Or these are the people who are around you. If you're not doing that well, then you have people who are around you who aren't. Hey, what's up there, Bianca? Then they aren't necessarily being there for you. They're doing it when they need something from you. So they only show up for you when they need something for you. Or these are friends who, if you're doing well, they're only showing up when you're doing well. I mean, when they need something from you. You know what I mean? So like, there'd be people who will do stuff for you, but they only do it when they need something from you. So they only show love, care, concern, or affection when they need something. All right. Like, these are people who are being manipulative around you. Yeah. 7 of Pentacles, they're looking for a come up around you guys. So this is going to be a period in time where people are looking for a come up, because this is like a recognition of your lifestyle. You may not see it as a luxury lifestyle. You may think that I don't have much. You may have a lot. You may not have a lot. It don't really matter. What I'm telling you is the people who are around you probably have less. Probably have less. You know what I mean? And they may be putting up an illusion or putting up a act of doing better in life than what they really are, but they're not. But they aren't. All right, not saying that they're struggling. I mean, maybe some of them, they may be struggling. That might be part of what's going on with them. You know what I mean? But like, they don't do a great job of like. I mean, they do a great job of hiding it. So maybe they sometimes it could be like them living above their means. But I don't know. But it's looking like there's experiences that are coming around where you're going to see that your life is actually well off, well as it is. You know what I mean? Regardless of where you are. This is a period of time where you're learning to be grateful for the stuff that you have, the blessings that are already bestowed upon you. All right. And if you're not doing that well, right, then these will be friends who may be doing better than you guys, who may be also like wanting to be friends with you, but like always like keeping it where, in the sense where they're over top of you. They prefer to be having more leverage or having more resources or having more status or clout. You know what I mean? But it doesn't really matter, because the big house is here, which has to do with things falling apart for those people who do that to you anyway. So it's like a form of karma. So like people who are like standing on your neck or standing in your way of progress, sometimes you can call them gatekeepers, but I don't want to say that, because the gatekeeper is really somebody who, if you're not better than them when the time comes, you just didn't cross the path. You just didn't add up. There wasn't really a gatekeeper. They were just there, you know what I mean, as the last person, and you just didn't succeed the task. But it's not that. These are just people who maybe had an opportunity, let's say at work, they had the potential to get the resources right then and there, but they didn't. You know what I mean? They didn't want to see you excel or didn't want to see you move up. You guys are going to be getting that anyway. You know what I mean? But it's just like at the pace that you're at, because the Taurus is about going slow. So at the pace that you're at and you're comfortable with where you are, this is bringing in the abundance that you want. But a lot of people around you have a lot more of a fear-based mindset, because some of them, and this could even be people who are higher up than you. People who have higher up than you have certain expectations of how they need to live, how they need to look, you know what I mean, how they need to be perceived, how they need to be like, you know, maybe like certain luxuries, like, you know, maybe they're buying $3,000 socks and they may not, you know, make that much money monthly, but like what it is like you're not having to play into like I'm not gonna say power games, but you're not having to play into their way of living. Your way of living is actually very comfortable, and you're about to prove that to a lot of people. Or your way of doing things is actually very beneficial, and it produces a lot more luxury or a lot more of a comfortable lifestyle for you. One where you're not stressing, one where you're not feeling like, you know, you're overgiving of yourself, one where you're not feeling like you're lacking for anything. You know what I'm saying? Like your needs are met. So this could just be also people doing this for y'all, but like if they're doing it because there's something that they're intending to gain. They may want you as like a partner relationship where they pretend that they really care about your needs, but they really just want you for security. Sometimes like men that like sponsor you or pay for stuff that you want, but they really just want you around as a more nurturing motherly figure. You know what I mean? Or even women. This could be like women who will like nurture you or care for you, but only when they're desiring something from you. This could be like sex, or it could be like money, resources. You know what I mean? So this would be because you look like you're living the life, even if you're not. They just feel like you live a more comfortable life, and the way that you live it is one that they would want to take on themselves, but they are fearful. All right, so anyway, let me get some. Could be a Taurus, Sag, Taurus, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. So this is like this gotta be like most like family for you, or cousins, or like relatives, or some shit like that. Because the big house also has to do with everybody living in the same home, I think, or some shit like that. So like people who came maybe from your lineage, or people who came from, like, let's say even if it's your career, it's people who came before you. They could be like in the industry longer than you, and here you are, and that's an issue. All right. Anyway, let me get some. This could be Aries, Leo, Sag, Taurus, Aries, Scorpio, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Taurus, Sag. So some of y'all are frustrating probably the higher ups, or the people who are, you know what I mean? They see your potential. All right. Yeah. But it's a pattern, though. It's just a pattern. It could just be a short period of time. I forgot what came out first. That was the Five of Pentacles. So it's just like a brief moment of time. It's not even a long period. Just could be a couple months. You know what I mean? Because, you know, people be doing bad in spurts. People don't do bad all year round. Some do. If they don't have no lack and no motivation, then they be doing bad all year round. But this could be just in spurts. You know what I mean? You know how sometimes you just get a quick win. Maybe you hit the lottery one time on them and you up 10 bands and niggas like, damn, he got 10 bands and I ain't got 10 bands. You know what I mean? It's you know what I mean? But then maybe they like, you know, maybe they get a big lump sum check one day at their job and it's 2,000 and they're like, you know, he got 10 bands. He probably spent that already. You know what I mean? They happy. They get their wins. You get your wins. No, everybody, you know what I mean? It's a brief moment with the Five of Pentacles. It's not a forever thing. All right. Anyway, so Libra, what major theme is playing out in your life right now? Ooh, North Node and transformation. All right, 8th house has to do with relationships that could be ending, transformative relationships. It's a plutonic energy. So, it's South Node, but still, it's very similar energy, but not very similar energy because it having to do with unfinished business, unfinished situations. This could be like unprocessed emotions, unprocessed traumas. This could be like these could be inheritances coming your way too. These could be like joint endeavors that you're connecting with people from the past that are more beneficial now than they were back then. All right, so this could be a change or transformation of past connections or past relationships. Sometimes like your comfort zone, situations that were once like maybe you're like ending. You could be either ending them or you could be like changing them into something that's a little bit more useful. All right, something now that can empower you. All right, so this could be also like maybe even start. So I don't know why I'm saying this, but some of y'all could be using your sexuality in a different way now or a different manner now, because the 8th house has to do with that. All right, so this could be like things that you normally wouldn't have done before, like in a fear in the back. I mean, I said a fear. Like in the past, you may have had fears about it because 8th house is a plutonic house. So wherever you may have had fears at, you guys are transforming them into a power, right? Into a magnet to draw in the things that you wanted in the past. So let's say in the past you wanted money, you wanted success, you wanted power, you wanted authority, you wanted, I don't know, acknowledgement, you wanted whatever. We can even say sex, you know what I mean? Whatever it was you may have wanted back then. Maybe you wanted closer levels of intimacy and connection. You're getting those now. You will be getting those, but it's a transformative moment, meaning that there's certain values, beliefs, fears that you have to face to be able to get to that next level. All right, so let's look at the experiences you may be having during this time. All right, so we got issues with your confidence. So this may be people trying to like disempower you. This could be people trying to hold back from expressing their normal charming, their normal, what do you call it? So it's could be like people making you feel that your natural talents and abilities aren't really working on them. You know what I mean? So you may experience this where it feels like I'm not able to get what I desire by being me, by being myself. You know what I mean? So that's the experience, because that's what you're meant to experience in order for you to get outside of that South Node energy. Like it doesn't work. What I want just doesn't work. So it could be like irrational situations or situations that are just kind of like confusing, maybe mysterious to you, where you don't really understand why they're happening. Because sometimes with Pluto, Plutonic, or Scorpio, 8th house energy, it has to do with power struggles. It has to do with like maybe in your relationships, maybe you now have the power. Maybe you now have changed and transformed, became another version. You know what I mean? So it could be just you in a way growing. And now they're like recognizing like, oh, I'm not able to treat you the way I used to. Could be done with a Leo, could be done with a Scorpio, could be done with a Capricorn, Virgo. All right. So this could be also recognizing people's potential stagnancies or people's potential weaknesses. So you may be recognizing what people can and can't do for you. All right. This may be the change that's happening for a lot of y'all. All right, so I do get you getting a lot of communication. So what's happening here? Check this out. This was about to happen for y'all. Because this is going romantic for a lot of y'all. So these may be like deep relationships that you guys are encountering or dealing with. Connections that feel very intense. They have more of a just a magnet, like a pull to you. You know what I mean? Like you just kind of want them around. You don't really know why, but there's issues with it because maybe you have more or they have more. It's one of those. Either you have more to offer or they have more to offer. And that's where the power struggle is at. And then communicating. Right? Because we got the 8 of Swords here. This is about being open-minded. And 7 of Swords doesn't always have to be about sneaky. With the 7 of Swords and the 8 of Swords, oh yeah, man, it could be some sneaky shit going on. So what you may be experiencing is a lot of power struggles. Because that's what the Strength is in reverse. And this is a period in time for y'all. So this is different for y'all. This is a period of time where you're not able to get what you desire or get your needs met from others. You're having to be independent. You're having to take care of yourself. All right. But you're going to be getting a lot of things done, and you're going to be seeing a lot more progress and a lot more better results doing things by yourself. It makes you actually self-sufficient, because that's where it's going. It turns into self-sufficiency, letting go of the. So this is what happens. So like if say you were in relationships, dealing with people, and they weren't meeting your needs. This is a pattern that I myself have experienced. So that's why I'm able to walk you through this, because I understand this very clearly. I know what this leads to. This leads to you having power and control over relationships and connections in general. All right, where people have to come back to you and they have to negotiate with you, and you get your needs met exactly how you want them. You don't even have to like. There isn't even a question about what you get. So the reason I'm telling you this is because that's what it is. The power struggle that you have to go through first is people holding back from you, holding back resources, holding back help, holding back from nurturing or being there, being reliable. And what it's intended to do is to break your confidence. So that way I can give you what I've been wanting to give you, or what I've been giving it to others. Because we got the devil here and the high priestess. So the high priestess in this deck, in any traditional deck, in this deck, this has to do with superficial connections. So some of y'all are releasing superficial connections or relationships that are geared around either status, popularity, or attractiveness, because that's what the power struggle was for at first. It was either about so it's either about material. Let's say if you're a man, it's more about sex, and it's more about nurturing or taking care of your needs. You know what I mean? Adding substance to your life. If you're a woman, then it's more about them holding back money, trying to break your confidence. Whenever you're trying to be independent, they try to they try to sabotage you, or they try to speak harshly. They try to micromanage your little moves, whatever you want to do. Oh, you got to go work. Oh, okay. They try to micromanage your ways of making moves. So once you learn how to do stuff on your own, where you're able to make your own money, where you're able to take care of your own needs, where you're able to find a hobby, because that's what the Queen of Pentacles is good at. She's able to find a hobby, something to do with, like, to burn up her time, something to like make her feel passionate. And because of repetition, she gains confidence. So you're needing to find something that's a hobby or something that's a creative passion to gain your confidence. This will be a period of time, because you'll have people who will be around you who will try to make you guys feel like you're not worthy or you're not going to get what you desire, because, you know what I mean? Because it could be the way that they view you, or it could be because they could be viewing you on a more superficial sexual level, or they could be viewing you as, let's say you're a male, they could be viewing you more as a provider, you know what I mean? Or a means to an end. You give to me because it's sometimes be entitled, because we got the high priestess here with the devil and the Nine of Cups, more selfish motives. So the relationships that you're encountering right now are relationships that are ending until they're beneficial for you. That's what I was saying in the very beginning, didn't I? I said that there'll be relationships that are like, you'll gain something from them. So you're going to go through power struggles before that happens. You're going to go through situations where people are going to have to become open-minded to you. So the Queen of Pentacles is right here in the indicator next to this strength, because what has to happen in order for that to work for you is you have to be able to take care of yourself. You have to be able to take care of your own needs. So it's like taking care of your own bills. Can you clean up your own house? Can you cook your own food? And if you can do all these things, then this is good for you. But this is also like if you're able to do this for others, because for some of y'all it can go in the opposite direction, because we do got the Libra energy and we got Gemini energy, which has, in the Pisces energy, we have to do with dualistic energy. Sometimes it has to do with unrealistic expectations, because some of y'all are already financially stable. In which case, the power struggles could be of you guys not wanting to give to others, not wanting to share with others. The eighth house just means that we're doing joint endeavors, but it's for the betterment. So most likely you're going to be getting other people's resources. So maybe that's what it is. Like, people don't want to take care of your needs. People will be around trying to disempower you in a way where they're not trying to take care of your needs, or they're not trying to give to you in a way that's like beneficial or helpful for you. You know what I mean? And it's more like, you said, they either see you guys as a possession, or they're seeing you guys as like a sexual object, or they're seeing you guys, like I said, as a male, as a provider or a giver, or something that they're looking for more so for their own satisfaction. It's not for you. So that's what you're dealing with, patterns of relationships with people who are connecting with you, but they're connecting with you for ulterior motives, ulterior reasons, and it's not for you. So that's what you may be learning. When relationships are not for you, certain relationships or certain connections are not for you. All right. So anyway, let me give you signs. Could be a Scorpio, could be a Leo, Capricorn, Virgo, Sag, Gemini, Aquarius, Capricorn, Taurus, Pisces, Virgo, and Pisces. Damn. Yeah, it's been like that. That's what the eighth house is. It can be endings in relationships, but we can also take them deeper once we've gotten these deeper level of intimacy and trust. But, it takes a little bit. What, Ace? Okay, so Virgo, what major theme is playing out in your life right now? All right, so getting reorientated. This could be with yourself. This could be with your body. This could be with people. All right, 12th house. Yeah, you guys are getting out of isolation. So there's a period where you may go back and forth, though, because the 12th house is like we get out of it, but we also go back into it. So you may be fluctuating, like, to getting to know new people, to maybe like getting to know your environment, maybe like starting to feel like you can express yourself in that way. This could also be like learning new, maybe get reoriented with your more spiritual body. You know what I mean? Like giving things a more spiritual touch or a more spiritual aspect to your way of living. But also get you guys getting out of isolation, or getting out of isolating yourself all the time, or feeling like a loner, or feeling socially awkward. So if you guys have an issue, like maybe like being around people, maybe socializing, maybe like making friends, it's your limited beliefs that are holding you up. So you guys are going to be recognizing that. That's what the 12th house is. It's a deep reflection. And a lot of these bring up a lot of epiphanies, or they bring up these realizations about yourself. Like, oh, damn, I've been doing that. I can see it. It's almost like a square, but it's a little bit different because it comes from reflection. It is like a square because square has reflection. You have to reflect on some things. But the 12th house doesn't always have to do with your behaviors, like you actually exercising behaviors. It more so has to do with you recognizing the behaviors from like reflecting. You know what I mean? So like you don't have to make as many mistakes. You actually recognize that you were making mistakes. Like it doesn't even have to happen while it's happening. You just be recognizing it. So the major theme in y'all is recognizing your limited beliefs, your self-limiting patterns, the way that you hold yourself back from like having new beginnings, or from having maybe meeting new people, or allowing new people to come into your life. You know what I'm saying? So it could be that. This could also be like not recognizing the duality of humans or people, like not giving them that grace. Because Pisces energy does have to do with grace. So you could be dealing with the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or you could be dealing with 8 Pisces. All right. It doesn't have to be, it just could be the energy of that. So it could be like having to deal with grace. All right, 7 of Wands. So what's going to be happening soon? This could be also you guys giving up, not putting your energy into situations that aren't really getting off the ground. This could be like not having to overprove yourself or over assert yourself. All right, not putting in too many of a fight or battle in like different areas where like you're scattering your forces. So some of y'all, thank you so much. Some of y'all aren't scattering your forces as much now. So you may be recognizing where you went wrong in situations. This could be sometimes because Earth it almost gives me like an ascendant vibe where you're like how you present yourself, or how you initially start off with people, because that might be it too. Like sometimes it could be like how people are viewing you that makes them feel that they can take advantage of you. That might be what you guys are starting to recognize, like how you like maybe you don't necessarily stand up for your beliefs, or you don't necessarily assert yourself in a way where no worries, Linus, I'm here. Like where you guys are like not necessarily like standing your ground and necessarily like expressing yourself in a way where you could. There may be why people felt that they could have took advantage of you guys at one point. Or this, you know what I mean? This could even be like closer friends, close family. 12th house does have to do with ancestral patterns. So this is something that you guys learn from ancestral. All right, so that's what you guys are looking at. And this is also what's changing. So you guys are recognizing, oh, so what's happening for y'all is you guys are about to experience what? Who did it? You guys are about to experience, he's calling it out. What you're about to experience is the other side of the paradigm shift for y'all, or the other side of that fence for y'all. So basically what's happening now is you guys are going to have the advantage in connections. All right. So some of y'all may have been dealing with people who are emotionally unavailable, or emotionally, it's mostly emotionally aloof. So you may be looking at that. That may have been like a family pattern where, like, when you express your feelings, when you stand up for yourself, it could be like viewed as like disrespect, or it could be viewed as you maybe being rebellious, or you trying to like be different from everybody else around you. Sometimes, like if you have like multiple siblings, that could be an issue if you don't want to do what your siblings do. Like, you know what I mean? Like I grew up with a lot of cousins. I ain't have a lot of siblings. I have siblings. I got like 4 of them. But like I'm giving you an example where it could be like, if we're like with all our cousins and they want to get a snack, we all got to eat the same snack because we didn't have the money. So the person that we were dealing with would have to get us all the same snack. And what if I don't like, you know what I mean? I don't know, Hostess or whatever you eat. I don't know. What if I don't like it? now I'm like, it's like I don't feel like what I'm expressing is being acknowledged. So you guys were dealing with people or dealing with situations where what you expressed or what you were desiring wasn't being acknowledged. All right. So you guys are also learning now how to allow, again, new people in. This is healing, because like 12th house is also a form of healing because it comes from deep introspection. You know what I mean? Looking at like, this was a past. This was, and because of my past and past fears or the past experiences, I keep replaying these. I keep living into these. You know what I mean? I keep encountering these situations. And it's because of the way you guys are presenting yourself. That's what I'm really noticing. It's the way that you guys are presenting yourself. You guys may be coming off as like you don't fit in. You may already kind of like identify as not fitting in or being different than others. You may also come off as like very elusive, not really wanting to like connect with people on a deeper level. You know what I mean? It can sometimes make you seem bougie. And it's not intentional. I'm not saying it's intentional, but it can sometimes come off that way where it seems bougie and it doesn't seem like you're available to being approached, or you're not available to maybe like putting the time, the energy into it. Like people may kind of worry that it may not be a good investment because you don't seem to be connecting with them on a deeper level. All right, because the Virgo energy, I mean, the High Priestess inverse is a yeah, we got Page of Wands, Seven of Swords, or you're going to be encountering people who are doing this with you, who aren't really trying to get to know you on a deeper level. They may just be here for passion. They may just here be for If it's not you doing this, then it's the people that you're going to be encountering. You guys are going to be realizing the pattern of how you present yourself, how you like. So like, let's say that you only, like maybe you're only looking for people who maybe, I'm giving you this because the High Priestess has to do with people who are looking for people who are exclusive. If you're a male, this would be like looking for the finest or the prettiest, but sometimes like needing to deal with the ones that have a different aesthetic than what you're used to. They may not be what we consider to be societally attractive, because so, I'm not saying they're not attractive, because they are. All right, so it's what we consider to be societally attractive. So let's say if they're not an Instagram model, let's say if they're not a singer-songwriter, they're not famous, they're not popular, they're not this. This is about recognizing that these limitations or dealing with these types of people are leading you down the road that you're dealing with. You know what I mean? Like if you want the ones who are sought after by everybody, or the ones who are like very exciting and daring at this time, but that's what it's implying. It's like you want more adventure, you want more relationships, but you want either more attractive or more status worthy people. All right. And what it's saying is these are people who are taking advantage of you because of the way you're presenting yourself. You're presenting yourself. For some of y'all, the High Priestess could have been, she was what they called her, the other woman, a mistress, or a high press hooker. So it's like you're kind of being put in that way, in that view. You're portraying yourself in that way, where either if you're a man, you're portraying yourself as like a Don Juan, someone who's like very sexual, very passionate. You may start recognizing that these are why you're having these connections, because people may have viewed you as being very superficial, only coming for what you want and leaving out, you know what I mean? Leaving them maybe like pressed, worried, stressed, burdened, taking on your responsibilities. So like if you're a woman, then they view you as just sex, or just view you as somebody who's a user. So I'm only going to deal with you in this way because I know that you're only around because maybe you want me to take care of your bills. Maybe you want me to take care of your responsibilities. So these are the patterns that you're going to experience. And it's going to bring a sudden realization to you. You're going to recognize like, oh, maybe my mom was doing that. Maybe my dad was doing that. Like maybe your dad was a player. Maybe you're recognizing that. You know what I mean? Like, these are patterns that are being brought to your attention. That's what 12th house means. So these like endings, realizations, like, oh shit, I've been doing it. It's been me. That's why they've been treating me this way. You know what I mean? So it's almost like a growing phase for some of y'all, but it's a real big wake up call for a lot of you, a real big wake up call, right? But it's a good thing because this is also giving you an opportunity to see the other side of the paradigm. So let's say at first that you were just maybe seeing people on a more superficial level. There's an opportunity now to go deeper. Or let's say that you weren't really like, people were only seeing you on a superficial level. Maybe they were only seeing you as like, because it can go a bunch of different ways here. So I might get confused. If I do, forgive me, because it's a whole lot of different shit that's happening here. And I'm just trying to like not make this be a 3-hour video, because I'm not. But anyway, so this could be like, all right, so say that you're dealing with people in a way where maybe they're always not coming to get, but like they see you in a more sexual way, or they see you in a more like superficial, where you're maybe more exciting, you're an adventure, you're something to like delve into. I like being around you because maybe you're popular. You know what I mean? I like being around you because maybe like other people would like to be around you. You know what I mean? Shit like that. So it's like I have some type of like leverage or some type of like advantage to being around you. You may have people that are dealing with you because of that. You're gonna start recognizing that's why they're hitting you up, but they're not taking care of your needs, or they're not they're not staying consistent with you because it's more about like the excitement, the passion. But it's because of how you presented yourself or how you carried yourself, which isn't always bad. Like if you're an entertainer, then people are like trying to like be around you because of that. And that's, you just need to know that that comes with the territory. That's it. So that's really what it's all about. Like recognizing that certain behaviors or certain traits that you are putting or exercising come with the territory. You know what I mean? And there will be expectations that you have to maintain to have that. You know what I mean? So like if you want to have status, if you want to have popularity, if you want to be married, if you want to be, I don't know, if you want to be whatever, if you want to just date around, if you want to be superficial with people, there's expectations that come along with that. You're going to be recognizing. Like there's little pleasantries. There's certain like in you little nuances that go along with the dating field that you need to know, you know what I mean? Or that go along with maybe having deeper relationships. There's like a certain way of living or a certain way of doing things that go along with it. There's a pattern to it. So you're going to start recognizing the patterns that go along with the lifestyle that you may be wanting to live or that you were living. It's one of those things that's happening here. Also, I do get you guys, if you guys are like looking for like, there's a lot of time for like passion, sex, a lot of short-term relationships. If you weren't looking for that, you're going to recognize why you keep running into those. But if you were looking for that, then that's what's coming for y'all. So like if some of y'all were struggling with that, like not feeling attractive, not feeling like you fit in with your social class or whatever like that, like I'm not what they consider to be socially attractive. Like maybe I don't have the fattest ass. Maybe I'm not like the most in shape. Maybe I'm not the wealthiest or the richest, or maybe you know what I mean? Like maybe I'm not the tallest or I don't know, the handsomest, or whatever you felt. You're about to have the experience with passion, with more romantic suitors. All right, these will be people who find you to be attractive for who you are. So that's going to be a different level for a lot of y'all. Some of y'all maybe weren't used to being liked for being, you know, just for like your natural traits. Let's say that you had big lips, you had long hair, maybe you had no hair, anything. You know what I mean? Maybe you had 3 fingers, little shit. Like you're about to be liked for your quirks. So that's what's about to happen here. So some of y'all are going to recognize that that's been around the whole time, but you've been holding yourself back. All right, because of like past experiences. All right, so anyway, we got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Virgo, Pisces, Taurus, Leo, Sag, Aquarius, Sag, Aries, Leo, Sag, Gemini, and Aries, Scorpio. Was that all of them? No, because I didn't even say Cancer. So that wasn't all of them, though. Damn. Okay, so Leo. Here we go. Leo. Okay. So, Leo, what major theme are you experiencing right now? Right, so, short-term relationships, and that's the 5th house. So, it's going to be about being. So, before we get into relationships, we'll talk about your creativity, your artistry, your passion. All right, being devoted. Some of y'all maybe being more devoted towards like. This may be a time where you're being more devoted towards like passion, fun. This is your pastime, things that you do for pastime. So you guys may be finding something to really devote yourself to. This could be a hobby. This could be like maybe like finding something to do in general. Like, what do you do with your pastime? What do you want to do? This is a period in time now where you're learning either how to like entertain yourself, maybe how to make friends. This could be like maybe you can even like use romance to do this. So it's like this isn't even a bad time to have romance if you want to have romance. But just like a period where you're learning to like find something that really gets you devoted, passionate to wake up every day to involve yourself in. More so creative means, but the creativity always inspires relationships or romance because romance is sacral chakra based. So, or sexual energy is sacral chakra based, but so is your creativity. They come from the same. They're one and the same. That's why I be telling you whenever I do a next sexual encounter, it's really the next creative encounter, the next business encounter, the next whatever encounter. It's not even just about sex, but we just added sex, so it just seems appealing. But whatever. Anyway, so some of y'all, you guys may be fertile with ideas. You guys may be fertile with like new, I would say it's ideas, but it's like new creative ventures, like wanting to try stuff. So this may be a good time where you want to try stuff. All right, this is a great time to try stuff. Just do like find things that make you passionate. Only do things that make you passionate. So if you're not, let's say, even if it's relationships, if you're not attracted to them, don't do it. Don't do it. If you're not passionate about whatever you're about to get involved in, don't do it. All right, because the sun, look, the cards just fell out. the Sun, the Hermit, the Ace of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles. The Sun in reverse are about things that you aren't necessarily happy with. You guys are going to be looking at these things with a deeper level. So we got the Sun, Virgo, which is the Hermit, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Seven of Pentacles. Now, okay, so also, and then we're going to go in another pattern too, in another direction as well. So some of y'all may be also starting to look at connections where maybe you guys want something that may be a little bit off limits to y'all. Could be a connection that you guys maybe want with somebody who's off limits. You guys maybe, oh, that might be part of what it is. That might be what it is. Like you guys are going after things that you're passionate about. All right, so whatever this may be. This could also sometimes be self-discipline. So there may be that too. Like maybe like you guys could be placing you guys on a pedestal in a way where you're not necessarily like, if it's not making you happy, if it's not satisfying a need, like a real need, then you're not there. Like if it's something missing, and I know that can always happen with relationships, but you may start like really like examining what is missing from the relationship. You know what I mean? Because the Sun in reverse can be about being ungrateful, and so is the Nine of Cups. It could be about being selfish, and we got the High Priestess over top of that, so it'd be like being self-possessed, more so focused on what you can gain when it comes to partnerships. Or this could be the people who are around you, who may be dating you guys for, again, because the High Priestess, superficial reasons. They may be seeing you guys as trophies. They may be wanting to show you off, because we got the Nine of Cups here, which are usually trophy hunters. They may want to show you guys off. I do get you guys holding back from relationships that really have potential to go deeper. You know what I mean? Because of either material or because of like success, the attention, the status, the notoriety, wanting to be seen by others, maybe wanting to have, for some of y'all, a harem, like if you're a male or woman, whatever, wanting to have options or wanting to have choices, not really being fulfilled when it comes to connections, relationships, always feeling like this person is missing something. Yeah, they could be one, but like they're missing something. And this could be the partners that you deal with too, doing the same thing. So you're needing to find something that really makes you passionate about engaging in it and really like waking up towards it every day. The High Priestess is usually somebody who never gets married. So you could be putting yourself in that energy of never getting married and maybe realizing why you don't want to be married. There's nothing wrong with it if this is what you're recognizing, but you're maybe recognizing like why you're not necessarily happy with certain situations. And it could be because you're taking less than what you want. Or it could be because you're dealing with people who you don't really want because of either material or because of like fame, success, notoriety. You know what I mean? It could be that. Sometimes, well, the Hermit sometimes can be like a fear of being alone. But you may be examining this. This is what you guys may be examining. Like, oh yeah, I don't want to be alone. Or the people who are around you are going to be doing that. And this may be where you guys are like recognizing, like you guys may be getting on what's called an unspoken bond. Because the High Priestess here is an unspoken bond that could be one that you guys are building. And maybe they call them short-term relationships, but these are relationships where we're not necessarily like always connected together. But when we come together, we either express our art, we express our creativity, we express our passion. There could be children that are even born from those relationships. You know what I mean? Which is like, traditionally we'd be like, no, that's not it. But like the High Priestess is here, which is someone who understands the true nature of human beings. So you guys may be understanding things on a deeper level from like the connections that you have. So you guys may have like a strong Scorpio placement somewhere, maybe like in your fifth or something like that, or something like that, because that's like a strong Pluto placement. I mean, it could be Scorpio, but it could be like a strong Pluto or Scorpio placement. One of those. But anyway, you guys are about to have a connection soon. For some reason, I'm about to tell you this. You guys are about to have a connection soon. That's going to be one that transcends the physical in a way. It's more of like a spiritual based relationship. It's one where it's like we are understand, like I said, unspoken bond. We understand that we're connected between each other's needs. We have needs that are shared. All right, so that's probably why you guys will be able to be connected to this relationship. It's a fun relationship. It's going to be one that's fun, but it's going to be one that brings up a lot of profound truths for y'all, and also ignites some of your insecurities. So I mean, it's going to bring up some of your insecurities. So this is like a period where you're going to learn how to have a lot more confidence on being on your own, being an individual. You know what I mean? Dealing with, I'm gonna say, dealing with your own needs. So like maybe what needs you have in general. But I was thinking like more like material needs. But like this could be even like maybe physical needs. You know what I mean? Like those would be met. But a lot of y'all were like holding on to connections either out of like material for like a come up, or you guys were holding on to like situations because of like what you feel like. Maybe it's like you were too shy, or like feeling there's a right and wrong way to do stuff. Because the High Priestess is somebody who trusts their own intuition. You know what I mean? But a lot of it's like you want maybe like to be viewed by others a certain way. That might have been like the fear that a lot of y'all are facing. Like, like I said, I don't want to stand out. I don't want to be different. I don't want to have to like express who I really am with people. So it's a lot of different things that are going on with y'all. But y'all about to find things that are making you a lot more passionate and only dealing with those things, regardless of what other people are saying or like other people outside of you. Like, you guys are learning how to trust your feelings. What feels good feels good. And this is what I go with. This is what I deal with. You know what I mean? So these may be, some of y'all, these could be, like I said, a more spiritual based relationship. You may not necessarily live together. You guys may not necessarily always be with each other. But like, I guess whenever you guys link up, it's a good time. Or whenever you guys like invest into the connection, there's progress, there's things to be gained. Because we go from the Ace of Pentacles to the Seven of Pentacles, which makes it Eight of Pentacles, which means there's progress. There's results from the work that we've done. We can repair things. We can work at things. You know what I mean? We can actually build on whatever we've actually had. So like these may be like start-stop relationships, but like every time you guys come back together, you guys build more equity into the relationship. So this may be like a non-traditional relationship. You know what I mean? Connections where you end, then start back, then end, then start back. But they build up a level of like self-worth and confidence and security within self, and a need of being able to be independent, where you don't take on the judgment or expectations or the critical thoughts or the critical like the social pressures. You don't take those social pressures too seriously. Like material success doesn't matter as much, status doesn't matter as much. What really matters is like the attraction and the fun and the experience. So that's what you're about to be going through. And this can even be at work, where you stop caring about a job just because it has a lot of money, a lot of status, a lot of clout, and you start caring more about like, do I feel comfortable doing this? Am I happy at work? Am I enjoying what I do? Like, fuck all the money that I may make or not make. Am I happy doing this shit? You know what I mean? Because you're gonna get money, but it's like, are you happy doing it? Because sometimes, like, is it worse? Or you can end up being worse for wear just to achieve a certain lifestyle that you may not really care about, but to others, it just implies that you're somebody. So some of y'all are getting out of that need to feel that way, and this is like a major theme in your life. So this could be like trying to prove yourself to people who aren't necessarily even on the same level or aren't really like there was a story I told about in my Virgo reading about how like I had a lot of money, and I don't even want to say it again because I was so ashamed about losing it. But at that moment, I was like, "Whoo!" I could just tell y'all because it was only a few people. So anyway, during that time though, like this, I didn't even care that much about it. Like I didn't even know what to do with that. You know what I'm saying? It was like I didn't even know what, like I didn't care this much to have that much. You know what I mean? Like I wanted it, but I just wanted it for like security, and I really wanted to like show other people that I got money, because I grew up without it. So like once I got over that little phase of like needing to show people I got money, I can do this, I can do that. You know what I mean? Or like, you know, once I got over that, then life became comfortable. So like whenever I decided to make moves, it was done with a sense of like purpose, or like a sense of like comfortability. Like I'm not trying to show this off to people. I just did this because I really want to. I just bought this because I really wanted to have it. It doesn't impress, it doesn't gleam, it doesn't shine. So that might be like what you guys are working on, is like still being able to have that shine, but like not being attached to it. Your self-worth or your value or your public perception isn't attached to it. So anyway, there's a whole lot of shit I just told y'all though. So if you notice, I'll be bouncing back and forth. There's a whole lot of different shit I can tell you, and this could take forever, and I don't want it to. So we got Leo, Virgo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Pisces, Virgo, Taurus, Leo. Short-term relationships, but they'll have like a long-term impact on your life. These can be creative relationships too. All right, Cancer. What major theme are you currently experiencing in your life? My pleasure. Thank you for being here. Okay, so Cancer, what major theme playing out in your life? Okay, we got Pisces energy and Cancer energy. So this could be, some of y'all, this could be like yearning for a motherly or nurturing figure, or this could be people around you like yearning for that. I kind of feel like that. Like there's a desire to have an emotional depth with people around you. People may be idolizing you. You may be idolizing the people who are like, who once gave care to you. This could be like breaking that pattern. This could be like coming to a realization of that. Or this could be like people like let's say, because sometimes it can go back and forth. So this could go back and forth a lot. So I'm going to try to like give you as many of these or like a few of these. So this can go back and forth when it comes to like romantic relationships. Romanticizing relationships, like you may romanticize a way that you were once maybe like raised by a motherly figure, or once you were once nurtured by a motherly figure. Or this could be the partners that are around you. They may idolize you as a motherly figure, all right, and be codependent towards you, all right. But this could also be like being very moody and being very like sacrificial, like a lamb, like sacrificing your needs for others. Like maybe you guys want. I'm not even gonna say that you want something yet because it don't even seem that way yet. Oh, we already did these. Let's go with these gold ones. This may be you guys recognizing that. That might be kind of like what's happening here. But I get you guys being able to take care of your own needs, not feeling like you need others. But you guys may go through a period where you're yearning for it. Like you may yearn for a partner, may want somebody around. Hey, say less, thank you. You may want somebody around, but you just kind of like, sometimes the Pisces energy can be unrealistic expectations of how people will be there for you. Because Cancer needs somebody to be very protective, needs somebody to be like a savior in a way. That might be what you guys are recognizing. Like, oh, I want a savior. You may not really want that, or you're experiencing people who want that. If it's not necessarily you don't want that, then you'll be experiencing people who will want that. That's gonna be the major change. Situations where you're gonna be involved. This could be family too. Like family may depend on you. Family may like, try to keep you in a way where they once seen you as maybe more of the provider. Even if you're a woman, like more of the provider, where you're like having to do more, take care more of their needs. Because the Ten of Swords is here, so this means there's gonna be an opportunity or a moment we're going to feel burnt out, and there's going to be an uncomfortable conversation. This could be a traumatic ending, a hard conversation that ends the conversation, or it could just be one that really takes it to the next level. But the Ten of Swords is also a realization of your limitations, of a need for boundaries, of a need for recognizing why the pattern keeps repeating, because you haven't been trusting your intuition or trusting your real niggling feeling about why we've gotten to this point. So you guys could be coming to a dramatic ending with somebody, or a certain way that you've seen somebody who expressed love or care or affection for you. You're going to start seeing it on a different level. You may start seeing their true intentions behind doing what they do for you. All right, so this could be family, this could be friends, this could just be partners, this is people who are closest to you. Yeah, because it's going to be an ending. All right, so for some of y'all, this is what's going to happen. This person may choose somebody over y'all, choose somebody else over you. All right, so that could be the betrayal that happens. Or this could be like in a job where somebody gives a raise to somebody else and not you. You know what I mean? This could be like also feeling shut out in your career, like maybe wanting to do changes in your career but not knowing what to do. Sometimes it could be like feeling like somebody, like that's where the fear or the feeling of maybe needing somebody else to save you could be coming into play for some of y'all. Because like maybe the jobs are like you're encountering the same obstacles, the same hardships. Let's say I was at one job and they were always stealing my time, and I leave that job and I go to another job and I go to that job and they're fucking stealing my time too. Why the fuck I keep running into this same pattern? What the fuck is going on? This is an opportunity where you guys are going to be able to make different decisions, different choices, and how to transmute or how to get over those hangups. So it's like a different way of responding is what you guys are about to be experiencing during this time. Now, this could, like I said, this could be a partner who chose other people over you, or this could be like a raise that was supposed to be given to you, or this could be like a job that just didn't turn out well the way you wanted it to. Like, because the Pisces energy sometimes could be like imagining that this next moment is going to be the savior, or the this next moment is going to be my security, or this next moment is going to make me feel safe or feel good about myself, or this next moment is going to be the happiness that I imagine it to be, and it's not that. The Ten of Swords keeps playing over because some of y'all are equating other people with your happiness or with your ability to feel emotionally secure. All right, so you may be getting over that, or you're go check the door, see who it is. Yeah, don't let them come in here. All right, so emotional depth is what you guys are about to start expressing. So this could come through, like I said, heartache, disappointments, letdowns. All right, so basically you guys are going to learn how to turn art. So we just went a whole other way. You're about to learn how to turn your hurt, your art, your sadness, these things into a power. All right, so it's past hurts, past energy. So it's a pattern. This is a pattern though. So you could be going through this for a while. This could have been something that you were experiencing for a while. You know what I mean? This is a theme that you're experiencing. So the Two of Wands is about having to make different decisions when things don't turn out the way you expect them to, when things don't end how you would like them to, and not allowing them to affect your confidence, not allowing them to affect your drive or your ambition or your desire to go after the things you want. Because we got the King of Wands in reverse. So this is what it is. You guys would maybe romanticize certain outcomes. You know what I mean? Sometimes before even like what do you call it? Putting the cart before the horse. Where you already kind of, let's say that you meet somebody instantly I'm already in love. And it doesn't, like, the King of Wands doesn't always be in love, but like instantly I want to be devoted to this person. And if they don't feel the same passion or the same desire towards me, then I don't like focus on them. I focus elsewhere. You know what I mean? This may be a pattern that some of y'all are repeating, like needing someone to be devoted to you in a way where it's maybe too early in the game. Maybe it's too fast in the game. You know what I mean? In general, or you're expecting people to be um, moving in the same direction or moving as fast as you, able to overcome the same obstacles, the same difficulties, the same thinking patterns, the same problems and solutions. You're thinking that they should already know them in the same way that you should. Because the Pisces shows up first, just means that there's unrealistic views, unrealistic expectations of how people will show up. All right. You know what I mean? So this could also be like starting to take care of your health, becoming a lot more ambitious or a lot more driven, all right, a lot more assertive, a lot more of a go-getter. So this is a period or things that are showing up in your life to do this. Eight of Wands. So you guys about to have communication from somebody who didn't, they may have chosen somebody else over you. That's probably why I'm telling you this. They may have chosen somebody else over you. Maybe they view that they had somebody who was more loving, more nurturing, maybe more of an attractive person. All right, thanks, Shardeezy. Thanks for rocking and rolling. Maybe they was more of a, like, I don't know, maybe they romanticized relationships or whatever. It just seemed that there's somebody who chose somebody else over you. Because we got King of Wands coming back towards y'all to reach out to y'all, which could be just somebody who wasn't devoted. This could be also somebody who didn't find you guys to be attractive. They maybe didn't find, like, if you were a male, they didn't find you guys to be assertive enough, aggressive enough. They didn't find you guys to be, they can still be attractive enough. They didn't find you guys to be maybe successful enough, or let's say masculine enough. And if you're a woman, then they just weren't like physically attracted and sexually attracted to you in the way that they needed to be, or the way that you wanted them to be. You know what I mean? They may have been just around maybe to burn time, kill time, whatever, or use you because maybe you were very nurturing, caring. You could have been like a wife or wife or like a girlfriend. You know, I can put you in the house. You can take care of the stuff that I need. You know what I mean? So that's what it was. That's what it was. So you guys are getting out of that period of like maybe romanticizing a certain dynamic or a certain relationship that you once had with someone. You guys are now able to choose differently. All right. So you got, oh yeah, we got Queen of Swords in reverse. So you guys are cutting off somebody or cutting off a certain perception of a relationship that you once had, like starting to see things clearly, starting to recognize emotional manipulation. This could be from fathers, mothers, people who once like idolized the way they took care of you, the ways that they like nurtured you and loved you or showed up for you at one time. You know what I mean? The way that they once made you feel protected, or the way that they once made you feel understood. You're going to see that there was a reason for that. You know what I mean? And this is where you guys may be cutting them off or like detaching from them, or they may be doing this to you. They may be recognizing that there was a reason for why you were doing this. You know what I mean? So I think it's you though, because I don't understand why it would be about other people, but it could be because we do got Libra energy, which means it can go back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like a woman may recognize like, oh, you weren't really attracted to me. You just were just, wanting to get what you could get while you were getting. You were taking advantage of a situation. And then there's men who could recognize like, oh, you weren't really attracted to me. You were just getting what you could get from me while, you know what I mean? Because of who I was. So this is a period in time where you guys are recognizing that, coming to like a harsh realization or a harsh truth about these situations, but being able to be comfortable enough in taking care of your own needs that you can detach and cut free of these situations. So it doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? Like you have another sense of power. So what they're intending to do though for some of y'all is break your confidence by either slowing down communication, having a lot of misinterpretations, acting aloof, not being very clear about things. This could be them being very overly critical with you, being very harsh with you, because we got Ten of Swords, so they could be being very harsh with you. This could be them betraying you. This could be them taking other people's sides. You know what I mean? This could be them focusing on your flaws or your mistakes. All of these things are intended to try to keep you in the same pattern or same cycle with them. All right. So they'll also try to give to you guys at like moments where they feel like you're really cutting them loose. That's when they'll really try to flood you with emotions and feelings, and that's when they'll really try to do it. So this is when you'll recognize, because these are people that you idolized at one point and seeing them as the love that you really would want or needed, when really all they needed was your own loyalty to yourself. So they may try to like cross boundaries with you, or in a way they're trying to break your confidence. This is how you're going to know. They're going to try to break your confidence. So you're going to experience these patterns, and it's going to be with people who you idolized or seen in a higher light. All right. So the key signs could be a Pisces, Cancer, Gemini, Aries, Leo, Sag, Libra, Scorpio, Cancer. Okay. Gemini. You ended the connection 2 days ago. Yeah, once you recognize it, you're like, oh, okay, I get it. We're gone. All right, so Gemini. So Gemini, what major theme is playing out in your life right now? All right, 12th house. All right, so 12th house and 8th house. Ooh, very transformative energy. Okay, very transformative energy because it's going to change your personality. Your personality is changing for y'all. Now, you guys may be a lot deeper. You guys are also recognizing hidden patterns. You guys are recognizing things that you looked past, things that you didn't recognize in the past. All right, so you guys are cutting a lot of that shit out. This could be like addictions. This could be like toxic patterns. This could be even with family, relationships, connections that you keep going over and over and never really get the clear closure that you need. This is what's ending for y'all. But they could also be going to the next level because the 12th house and the 8th house are also houses of endings and housings of beginnings, because one thing ends, but it just transforms or transmutes into something else. All right, so the next major change may also be for some of y'all an inheritance, or this could be like a death. This could be an ending, some type of traumatic ending of a situation. Sometimes it could be one that's confusing, like you may not be quite sure why it's ending or why it's happening or what's going on. So it may be like an ending of a relationship, or it's one that's like gradually turning and evolving into something else that you can't quite put your finger on. So it could be one of those two where it's very deep, but it makes you want to indulge or dive deeper into it because it touches emotions that you maybe aren't clear about, fears that you've been facing for a while. Hey, of course, thank you. Thanks for rocking and rolling. Things that you've been facing for a while, but you haven't either come to terms with or you haven't really adventured or explored. All right, so these may be like stuff that you explored, may have experienced when you were younger, maybe like a year ago, 2 years ago, 30 years ago, however many years ago. These are things that you've experienced and you haven't like let go of yet. So some of y'all are finally releasing those things. These could be just traumatic experiences, finally releasing them. All right, this could also maybe becoming more in touch with your intuition. So that's a lot of shit that's going on for y'all. So like starting to trust how you feel in situations, starting to act in accordance to how things are like working around you. So this could be like another sense of like self. It's a sense of self that you're having, but it's one where you're not like being hung up by like the fears or the mistakes of our forefathers or foremothers. All right. So I do, like I said, there may be like a death, or there may be like a traumatic experience that happens. There could be an ending. There could be, again, kind of like the Cancer, it could be a betrayal. There could be secrets that come out. And sometimes the secrets don't even have to like physically come out. They can just be like you may recognize or realize something about something that was happening. Like as a child, you ever sit back and realize like, oh, damn, one time my parents were doing this. And you was like, this whole time I thought they were doing something else. Like these little things may be being released for some of y'all. All right, so anyway, experiences that are coming your way. So we got 9 of Pentacles. All right, so this could be people who owe you debts, or people who owe you favors, or people who are supposed to do things for you, coming with a hidden motive. All right, so 8th house could be about doing joint endeavors. They may be trying to spoil you. All right, so you may also have people around who either they view themselves as like being on a higher level than you, or they view themselves as maybe having more to offer than you and only give as a way of getting from you. Could be dealing with a Libra, could be dealing with a Taurus, could be dealing with a Virgo or Capricorn, could be dealing with a Scorpio, Pisces. So this could be the end of having relationships with people like that, where maybe they feel like they have more value, more things to offer, more status. Maybe they feel they're more attractive. You know what I mean? So you guys are no longer participating in relationships with people who are like that, or inconsistent relationships where they only take care of your needs, or they only shower you with praises, or only shower you with affection when there's something to be gained. All right. Or it could go in the other way around, where you're recognizing when you're doing that, where you may be putting yourself on a pedestal, but only dealing with people when they can give to you or take care of your needs. All right. Okay, holler out. I'll holler at you, Ellen Hoss. Thanks for rocking and rolling. Yeah, we got it. So you got people who are going to try to manipulate you soon, or try to create situations where, for some of y'all that had children, to try to keep you around. Because some of y'all, the 12th house to the 8th house could be about change, or you like your personality is changing, but so is the way you see yourself in the world is changing, or the way you do things, behaviors, because of like ancestral patterns or because of like experiences that you've had, you guys are letting them go. So it's like no longer guilting, shaming, feeling embarrassed, no longer like feeling like you need to hide, no longer feeling like you need to isolate. But you could also like be isolating at the same time because it's like it's an intense change or intense transformation with the 8th and the 7th house. These are deep introspective houses. These change everything about you because you start realizing shit that you didn't realize before, and how like you've been replaying a pattern that maybe wasn't always the most helpful, or was usually you recognize pattern that wasn't the most helpful, or you recognize patterns that were other people were using against you that were like not helpful for you, that were able to get them what they were desiring from you. So you're also having to notice that. So anyway, you're going to have experience with people who are going to be trying to manipulate, either using their status, their wealth, their attraction, their beauty, their resources against you, or only giving when there is something to be gained. Or you're going to be recognized when you do it, okay? Recognizing that you could do this yourself, that you yourself could be independent, or you yourself could create the outcomes that you're expecting others to present to you, all right? So like, let's say that you wanted to work with people or collab with people, or maybe there's like goals or dreams or aspirations that you wanted to get to. You may feel, I don't really know how I'm going to do it. I don't know how I'm going to get to that next stage. I don't know what I'm going to say or create that would make this outcome that I'm imagining. I may need somebody who's already there to do it for me. I may need somebody who's already got more clout, fame, status, or more resources to get me there. Like maybe I can't necessarily make these outcomes happen because you're getting out of a self doubt or self disbelief type of energy. All right, 5 of Cups. It's getting over grudges, getting over worries, fears. Yeah, Moon. So it's all about being vulnerable, facing your fears. All right, a lot of y'all have these fears of maybe like not feeling gifted enough, not feeling talented enough, not feeling skilled enough, not really knowing what to say around people, not really knowing how to present yourself. Sometimes it can also be like misusing your natural abilities to take advantage of situations. You know what I mean? So this may be also what you guys are recognizing, coming to terms, or you're just recognizing when other people are doing it with you. You know what I mean? Like because you weren't using your gifts and your abilities, other people came in as a way of like showing you like, oh, well, since you don't know how to do it, I'll just do it for you. You know what I mean? So you're relying on other people to get the job done. So some of y'all may recognize that now, like, oh, I was relying on other people to get stuff done. You get what I'm saying? I'm relying on other people to either provide me with satisfaction, luxury, comfort, peace of mind, a piece of comfort. Sometimes it could be like requiring to have a partner fulfill all of these needs. So some of y'all are coming to terms of recognizing like, okay, that's not realistic. So that's what's happening here. Some of y'all are starting to recognize like, okay, I keep repeating this pattern because I have these unrealistic expectations of either who people are or who I am. Or, yeah, it can still be the same thing because it can say I'm repeating the same pattern of who people are. So sometimes it can be like you guys idolizing celebrities, stars, people who are already established or already have like living the lifestyle that you yourself would aspire to live. This could be you guys getting out of that, feeling like maybe you're incomplete or feeling like you need, I'm not going to say compete, but feeling like you guys aren't worthy or feeling like you guys aren't going to be able to get to that same level or same level of like comfort, happiness, success. It's really about comfort. You know what I mean? This may be also where you guys are losing weight or like trying to change your appearance, or this could be like, I don't know, for some, because it's a lot of women, so it could be like, because we got the high priestess, not the high priest, we got the empress. This could have to do around like your clothes. So you guys may be like changing your appearance. This could be good. This could go in a good way too. Like I'm trying to like just hone in on like one story, but it goes around a lot. And this is why I drag my feet on doing it, because there's so many different variables of like the major themes that's going on around y'all. Like it's not just one major theme. It's a multiple of themes, but I'm trying to keep it like as compressed as possible. And it's really hard because some of y'all gonna be losing weight. Some of y'all could be getting surgery. Like some of y'all are trying to make yourself a more appealing to others so that they can give to you. And then there's others around you who are only going to be trying to use their appealing nature, their natural abilities, their talents in a more manipulative way, because they either see you as a celebrity, they see you as a star, or they see you as a catch. And they feel like other people would die to be with you. So like they may be manipulating and giving to you. And this is what you're going to be recognizing, that these endeavors or these connections are built on give, like receiving from others or them getting from you. There's intention behind it. You're going to recognize that about the connections, that the intentions behind it, because some of y'all may be rushing into the relationships because the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, which means that we rush into them. Sometimes it can just be stagnancy, but I've also recognized it to be as somebody who rushes into situations just to kind of get off the beaten path. Like they don't want to keep doing the same pattern over and over. So just to try to like break the monotony, I'm just going to rush and do this. You know what I mean? So it's like some of y'all may rush and getting married, or rush and get into a relationship, or rush and get pregnant with someone who's very manipulative and really only really wanting to get into the connection to gain something from you. All right. So you may be in a period of time where this is what's happening. This may be what's being like activated around you. So you're maybe like starting to come to terms with really recognize like, oh shit, I was in a connection, or these connections are being built or trying to be built for these intentions at mind. So like they may be trying to have you as a wife, as a spouse, you know what I mean? But maybe because they want children, and maybe because they do want a legacy, which isn't bad. Like I'm saying, it's not always bad for some of y'all, but for some of y'all, it's in a more manipulative way where they have higher expectations. Maybe they aren't necessarily as dedicated or as persistent or devoted as you would like them to be. The 12th house can make it hard because it's the Pisces energy. It can make it hard to really see clearly because there's an intent to be deeper with this person, and there's a desire to really connect with this person, but they may really only be around because you provide luxury, you provide peace, you provide comfort, you know what I mean? So you may just come to that realization like, oh, okay, I'm in a relationship with somebody who really always has one foot in and one foot out. You know what I mean? And really, I always have one foot in, one foot out. But you may come to the realization that for as long as we both are benefiting from it and there's something to be gained, then I'm okay with the situation. So that might be what it all boils down to y'all for in the very end. Because the moon is here, and we got the Four of Wands and the Temperance, which means all things work out and there's a stability to it. I guess it's just the way that you guys go about doing it. It wasn't the way that you would imagine it to play out. You know what I mean? Like maybe relationships don't play out how you imagine them to play out. That's what the pattern may be for some of y'all. Anyway, these signs could be a Pisces, Scorpio, Capricorn, Virgo, Libra, Taurus, Virgo, Gemini, Aquarius, Scorpio, Pisces, Sag, Aries. All right. Could be dealing with these people. All right. Who y'all now? Taurus. Whew, almost done. Okay, so Taurus. Let me get a little sippy sip. Okay, so Taurus. So, what major theme is playing out in your life right now? What major theme? What we got? Juno. All right, relationships. So, intense relationships. Oh, that's seeing Aquarius energy. So these could be relationships that are non-traditional, possibly a little taboo, or relationships that don't necessarily fit along with the traditional values that you were raised with. This could be like relationships that maybe are fulfilling though, but you may have to be strategic about having them, or people around you are being strategic about the relationships, the way that they have a relationship with you. That might be it too. So you could be dealing with people who have maybe like a large network, a large organization. Maybe they are like attached to a large organization. There's like an opportunity for people to be giving back to you. So maybe you're making friends, becoming part of a new social group, becoming part of what do they call it? Even like a deeper hidden society, because we got Scorpio, which could sometimes be like the occult or a hidden society, or you guys are like being able to bond with people who maybe are like not easily reachable or attainable by others. You guys may be getting into a relationship with somebody like that may be very powerful. So I don't know what the fuck that has to do with the pattern. So maybe that's the relationships that you're intelling. Like these may be like relationships that are unsettling, non-traditional. They like seem to be maybe a little futuristic, or they seem to be a little bit like just different than what I would normally go for, but they feel intense. I feel drawn to them. So these are connections for y'all. Y'all going, that's the theme for y'all. It's relationships, connections, and ones that bring fulfillment to y'all. All right. You may have to be very strategic about them. Some of them may be, like I said, taboo, not what they call, not societally accepted just yet, not widespread. Like it may be happening, but then that may not be widespread, happening around you. So you guys are having like a secret connection or a deeper connection, or maybe you guys are starting to question some of those fears around connecting with people, maybe even allowing friends in and all that shit. Anyway, here's the experience though. This also be a period of time where you guys will be very sexually enticing. So that's what I say, that maybe you guys are like off limits to people, or maybe you're dealing with people who are off limits, who normally would be off limits. This could be like married people. This could be like, I don't know, like kind of like I said before, like exes people, or ex lovers, or even people who used to date your friends or whatever, or something like Jerry Jones type shit. This could be like relationships that kind of resemble Jerry Jones type shit you guys could be engaging in, but they may be very fulfilling. Right? And they may be actually something that you're gaining or benefiting from them. And because we got Aquarius energy and Scorpio energy, there could be a need to like hide some of the details because of people's expectations. All right. So I don't know why I got that deep. Huh. All right. So I guess the experience that you guys could be dealing with that may bring this up. So you got love. So someone's probably wanting to express love towards you shortly. Could be a Cancer, could be a Scorpio. Yeah, somebody from your past, or somebody who wants to do something for you that maybe like is not it's beneficial, but it's something that they feel will keep you like continually staying with them, that'll keep you around. So this may be like there may be a relationship with somebody who's in a connection, or this is like a relationship with somebody who's like trying to keep you in a connection. All right, like they want to be devoted to you, so they may be trying to figure out what you need to keep you loyal, to keep you passionate and attracted to them. This could be a Aries, Leo, Sag, could be a Scorpio, Cancer. So you may be able to get what you want. So the power dynamic is shifting in the relationship. You're able to get what you want in the relationship. All right, could be dealing with a Libra. So this is what's gonna happen. This person's gonna be reaching out to y'all. Somebody's gonna be reaching out to y'all. Somebody from your past too. Somebody's gonna be reaching out to y'all, and they're gonna want to initiate a conversation or initiate the relationship between y'all. They're not gonna want to tell you, like they're not gonna want to be all the way vulnerable with y'all. They may have a fear of being vulnerable because you have control of the relationship now. You really have more authority or more say so in a relationship. They're just afraid of either being left behind or left alone, or they're afraid of never hearing from y'all again. So I don't know what that has to do with anything, but Juno in the beginning has to do with long-term relationships. So some of y'all through a strategic means have like subdued a partner to do as you would please. All right, or this is what you guys are learning how to do in relationships. If you're not learning how to do this, then you've experienced this, and this is what you're breaking, a pattern of them taking advantage of you in a way where they're able to like nurture and give to you, but then expect something more on the back end. So maybe they only gave, like I said, it's almost like I gave as a means of like having control over you. So some of y'all are like observing the pattern in that way, recognizing the relationship for maybe like what it can offer, opposed to like what they really want. Maybe I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making sense there, because Two of Swords is just kind of like they're not even like quite sure what they want. What they want to do is initiate passion with you, which could be sex or just a conversation. Like they just at least want to try to get your attention on them again, try to keep the situation from ending, try to maybe like it's like trying to renew the connection between you. So you guys have a partnership with somebody from your past, and they're trying to like rekindle it. Let's bring it back to life. All right, yeah, we got the world. We got the world. It's a brand new cycle. You're about to start a brand new cycle with somebody else. But it may be one. That's why I say maybe like a past. So it may be like this. May be like, let's say that you guys have, I don't know, if you guys like are in a relationship. It's like a mistress or like a spouse or something like that. But it's like maybe it becomes known to both of you guys. Like you guys kind of talk about it. Communication that isn't really like spoken about. Like there's maybe like an agreement. There's like some type of agreement that's going to happen with you guys. One that's like fair for both of you. We got the world here too, and the Two of Pentacles. This is like having to like juggle, but it's about having to adapt to changes, to uncertainty, like learning how to adapt to like maybe things not happening when they should, how they should, and like just learning to like kind of like put up with them. So that's what you're learning, just to kind of have like security or stability, or just to have it's stability. It's some type of like success. And the death also can represent generational wealth or something that we're able to leave behind, a legacy. So like it's just to like leave a legacy. So maybe for some of y'all it's just for a kid or for a child, or it's something like that. Like somebody's like maybe want to propose an idea like that This could be like, remember I'm saying like it could be like innovative, but like it's just to like have like a legacy or like to leave something behind. Because like it could be like money. It could be like to do a joint endeavor to make money. Like I may not necessarily like agree with what you got going on. I may not want to do what you're doing. I may not like what you do. I may not like any of that shit, but I do want to leave a legacy behind. I want to leave something for my family, for my people. Like, so y'all may come to terms with somebody like that. There's a very passionate person, somebody who does care about you. It's somebody who you are attracted to in a more sexual way. You just may not trust them. That might be the real issue, or they may not trust you, or you may not trust this person, or something like that. It's something like that. There may be a need for boundaries because we got the world here and the Two of Pentacles. Boundaries and a need to be adaptable to change or adaptable to other outlooks or to other like possibilities. So there's a need for that. That's what's going to be happening. This is the major thing for y'all, and this is the experience that you're going to experience during this time. It's going to be very extreme. It may not like make sense. You know what I mean? It may seem like they're being manipulative. It may be also one that brings up a lot of jealousy. Like you may be dealing with like that in your relationships, and it's a reason for them to try to keep you around, to renew the cycle, renew the pattern. So like somebody who's maybe playing games with you guys or up and down with you guys, or like maybe giving you a lot of uncertainty in the relationship is going to speak their truth shortly. Or I'm not going to say speak their truth because that's not what I'm getting. I'm getting them to at least like maybe open up communication and like tell you what they desire to happen in this relationship and why they desire it. So that could be good. It's like everything is like out on the table. What was once hidden becomes known to you guys during this time. So anyway, let me give you signs. Could be for some of y'all it's just for like security or for like wealth. You know what I mean? An inheritance or some shit like that. Anyway, let me give you signs. Could be a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, Capricorn, Libra, Aries, Leo, Sag, Scorpio, Cancer, Scorpio. All right. All right, Aries. Show that I'll be depending on me and my ability. Yeah, that's what it's about. Your independence. We work together as a team, but when it's beneficial for the both of us, recognizing that when it works for both of us, then we can do that. Okay, so Aries. Yeah, relationships probably. So what's the theme? Major theme currently in your life. All right, we got Aries energy, being assertive, being aggressive, being dominant. And Leo, all right, getting attention. So some of y'all got to be getting a lot more attention. All right, maybe getting used to that. Maybe getting used to dealing with that. All right, maybe being used to like seeking others' approvals. You guys are learning to be like a lot more independent of that. Now others are going to be seeking your approval. Look at that. Now others are going to be seeking your approval. You guys are going to be learning to be a lot more magnetic, a lot more confident, a lot more assertive. So this could be like, that's not the first house. So, but first house is Aries energy. So maybe it's like your appearance is changing, or how you put yourself out there into the world, or how people receive you is changing. All right, people maybe, like I said, they may view you as like bossy and able to have your way, a lot more assertive, a lot more dynamic. All right, a lot more charming to talk to. They're passionate about you. So this may be like the phase that you're going through. All right, so we'll see. You guys are like learning to take action on the things that you desire. Oh yeah, we got the strength here. So what's going to be happening here too? That's like for you to recognize this is people holding back from you. It's intended to break your confidence. All right, because some of y'all are growing. Some of y'all are like becoming a lot more noticeable, a lot more attractive. People are feeling left out by you. They're feeling left behind by you. Could be a Taurus, could be a Sag, could be a Leo, could be an Aries, Leo. So maybe at one time you didn't have, because what's happening could be a Capricorn. Because at one time you guys were maybe like not necessarily feeling, okay, let's go with this first. For some of y'all weren't feeling the most attractive. Some of y'all weren't feeling like you were able to get the things that you desired. Some of y'all didn't know that you had a natural ability or a flair for talent, for attracting people. That's what's coming your way. All right. Some of y'all didn't know that you had a great voice. Or some of y'all didn't know that you guys were just like holding yourself back from making the results you wanted by overthinking or feeling like you don't belong or feeling like you don't fit in. So your confidence, this is a period where people will still be trying to humble you. They'll still be. So what's happening is the power dynamic is changing for y'all. And people will be trying to keep you where they once had you at, or where they once seen you at. That's what's happening. All right. So, oh yeah, 5 of Swords, 9 of Swords. Yep, in reverse. So this could be you This could be you, or this could be people, because we got Libra energy here. So this could be you, but it could be people. So this could be like, sometimes it's like holding others back, but this could be like other people trying to hold you back from growing, from expanding. So take it how it resonates, because it can go both ways. So we got Libra, Gemini, and yeah, we got Libra, Gemini energy here. So that always has to do with like duality, going back and forth. So I'm gonna try to stick with it, going like it's in your favor, and if it's in the other way around, you'll know it because you'll see them getting a lot of attention. All right, so that's how you'll know. You'll know because it'll be like things will slow up on your end, and things will speed up on their end. That's where the shift is. The shift is that's how you'll recognize the shift. If things slow up on your end, they speed up on their end. If things slow up on their end, then it speeds up on your end because there's a shift in the power dynamic between y'all. All right, so the issues that you guys are having are them holding back from you guys, maybe not sharing with you, maybe not communicating with you as much, maybe not inviting you out as much, maybe like having a lot of miscommunications with you. Maybe you don't hear from them as much. Maybe they're maybe this can also be like sometimes they can criticize you a lot because we got the Five of Swords here. A lot of it could be like them making you feel guilty, shame, resentment, fear. They could also try to break your heart. They may stop trying to support you. This may be people around you because what's happening for a lot of y'all is y'all not needing other people for the validation, or you're not needing other people to either tell you you're attractive. You're not needing the approval of others. That's what's going on. You're not needing the approval of others. So they want to gaslight you or make you doubt that you do need it. You do need my approval. How dare you? How dare you think you don't need my approval? You wanted it before. That's what it is. So like you're growing, outgrowing a phase where maybe you weren't always able to stand your ground. Maybe you were having difficulties communicating things that like rubbed you the wrong way, or criticizing or dealing with criticism from people that you cared about. Sometimes it could have played into your self-worth. It could have played into your identity. You guys are changing. And maybe people identified you with one way, a certain way, and they're not used to that yet. That's what's happening here. They're not used to that yet. So that's why the power struggles are happening here, where they're not communicating as much. They're making you feel left out. They're making you feel isolated. They try to like abandon you at times. You guys are like healing through abandonment wounds, where maybe you felt like you weren't able, this usually is like a child, we felt like we weren't able to get our needs met because maybe our mom just left us in the kitchen while she was upstairs asleep or some shit, or she went and fell asleep on the couch, and just little shit. Like this is something that you guys have identified with for a while, because I was thinking about the first house. So you guys are changing the way that you are entering into situations. This could be relationships. This could be connections. You guys are coming from a place now where you're meant to express more confidence, more assertiveness, more aggressiveness, be a lot more bossy, demanding what you would like. What do you want? You can have that. Now, some of y'all have already been that way, and there are other people who are around you, either friends, family, who are attempting to get up in that way, and you guys could be hindering them or holding them back. Now, I don't know why I would tell you that, so don't worry about that, because that may not really matter, because I don't know who some of y'all are. I don't know where some of y'all are in like this path or this pattern, whatever. But some of y'all are meant to be a lot more dominant, a lot more impulsive, a lot more outspoken, a lot more selfish, like focused on what you can get, what you deserve, what you want. A lot of y'all are meant to be focused on that. You know what I mean? It's almost like a sense of entitlement. Like some of y'all didn't see yourselves for the jewel or for the blessing that you are in other people's lives. You know what I mean? So this could be a harsh realization. This could be separations. This could be breakups. This could be people no longer working with you, no longer supporting you, no longer wanting to be friends with you. All of this is intended to break your confidence. All of this is intended to make you feel like you're going the wrong way. You're doing something wrong, but you're really meant to blaze a new path for yourself and be confident regardless of what other people are expected of you or what other people expect from you. You know what I mean? Like how they expect you to show up. You're meant to express yourself to the full limit. I mean, to the fullest ability, to the fullest extent. You're meant to be headstrong, cocky, too self-assured. You know what I mean? You're meant to be that way. They want you to doubt yourself, though, because that gave them a sense of power. It gave them a sense of confidence and a sense of control over the relationship dynamic. You know what I mean? But now with you having confidence, this makes them doubt themselves. And they don't know what to do with that. They don't know what to do with that. You know what I mean? So like if you like, and sometimes confidence could just be like you say something back. Like say you were having an issue with your mother or an authority figure, and you're used to being the one that like don't say anything. You usually cower. You usually hide your strength, or you usually hide your voice, or you usually hide like your talent or your ability. You know what I'm saying? This is that being able to step up and like, no, I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm doing. Fuck no. I'm going to take control of this situation, or I'm going to take authority of this situation, or I'm going to leave you behind. You know what I mean? Because like I'm gonna get my value. My value's worth. So a lot of y'all gonna be demanding your value's worth and knowing it, not just like unsure about it, knowing it, and then receiving it. All right, because this could be an assurity of money with the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. This could be an assurity of money that you guys will be experiencing. All right, so this may be like resources that people were holding back from you, opportunities that people were holding back from you. So like maybe you were supposed to get a raise, maybe there was money that was supposed to come your way. People were holding on to it because they didn't know that you knew or that you were willing to stand up or speak or say something. They were just going to try to push you over and take advantage of it, or they were just going to try to take advantage of like your talents, your abilities, until you stood up and said something. So this is what's being encouraged in this whole dynamic is you guys being able to stand up and say something, take charge in situations where maybe your needs aren't being met, maybe you're not feeling valued, maybe you're not feeling appreciated, maybe you're not feeling like it's getting you what you desired from the rip. You know what I mean? You guys are recognizing where the power struggles are coming from and leaving behind those connections that aren't necessarily fulfilling your needs. You'll be meeting new people anyway, so do what you please. So if they start holding back or they stop expressing themselves or they stop being open to you or they stop allowing you to be vulnerable or you stop feeling trust or they stop talking to you or they start avoiding you or whatever, because more are coming. That's what they were just trying to slow you down. They wanted you to feel like it's not going to happen for you. That's why it is. So some people don't want to work with you. Some people don't want to support you. Some people don't want to like be friends with you because they are trying to hold you back. You understand? They want you to doubt it. You got a natural ability, a natural skill, and a talent for attracting people. It's a natural ability. They don't want you to see it. You understand? So what do? You got to put yourself out there every chance you get. Every chance you get. Because they don't want you to feel that confident. They don't want you to show off. They don't want other people to see you. They want you to feel left behind. They want you to feel like a loner, like you don't belong. So show yourself every chance you get. All right, wait, let me get some. Could be an Aries, Leo, Taurus, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Capricorn. Yeah, in the end, they're going to come back around and try to like negotiate with you guys. Though. I want you to know that. In the end, they're going to try to come back and confront you guys for being selfish, only worried about what you can get, because that's how they were with you at one time. So they're going to confront you about that or like bring it up. So just know that. All right. It'll probably be when you guys are doing pretty well for yourselves or not in need of anybody again. That's when you'll probably be hearing from them. Suddenly they'll have so much to say. All right. So I gave you signs. I think I did. I said Leo, Taurus. Oh, this is what happens. Shit slows up for them. And then suddenly they need you guys. This is what you'll be dealing with. People who, when things aren't going in their favor, when things aren't going wrong, aren't going well, then they like hang on to you guys, or they come around to you guys, or they hit you up for favors, or they hit you up for whatever. So you may be encountering this with people because when you were down on your dick, or when it was hard for you, they weren't there. So that, you may be giving these people that little harsh realization. Or you may be giving them a little peppering for what they may have done to you in the past. This could be retribution for some of y'all. All right. So anyway. That was that. I think for some reason I want to give you a sign so you can remember these people. We got Capricorn. We got Aquarius. We got Gemini. We got Libra. We got Capricorn. We got Virgo. Sag, Taurus, Leo, Aries, Aquarius, Gemini. All right. So anyway, that was y'all reading. Thank y'all for supporting. Thanks for being here, y'all. I appreciate y'all always. For real. That was a good one. That was actually kind of like exciting too, because I was like, I didn't know how it was going to play out. I never really had a plan on it. I was like, let's just see what happens. Let the cards do their own little thing, and you just do your own little thing, and we just figure it all out from it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know why I got Aries in my chart. I don't even think I got it in my chart. I don't know how to look. Like in a Vedic chart, I have Aries, but like in my Western, I didn't see it. So maybe it's on something else. Maybe it's like an asteroid or some shit. I don't know. I'm gonna start looking though, because it was really good for Aries. It was really good. All right. So anyway, thank y'all all for the support. I'm about to rock and roll, get going. Gotta take my little doggy outside so he can pee and poop and whatever. And I'm gonna eat something. I ain't ate yet. I haven't ate yet, so I'm gonna make me a little meal or some shit and go from there. It's only 2:30. It ain't that bad. That's not that bad. What were two storylines? The first half here. We talking about that. Oh, oh, okay. Anyway, y'all, I'm gone. Y'all enjoy.